Welcome to OHA Hockey on CKNX. Brought to you by Cleaning Depot by PBJ. More than just cleaning supplies.
McRobbie coming into the zone, trying to get the edge. McRobbie driving the net, goes around. McRobbie wrap around. It's open. They score! O'Donnell! O'Donnell scores! Sullivan Cup champion!
OHA Hockey on CKNX and CKNX.ca.
From Essex, Game 2 of the PJHL Schmalz Cup Final. The 73s home sweet home after losing Game 1 in Hanover. What will be on the ice tonight? We'll set the stage for you coming up with the pregame show brought to you by Westburn, Rexall, and Listowel, your source for electrical supplies. This is OHA Hockey on CKNX, brought to you by Cleaning Depot by PBJ, more than just cleaning supplies.
Staff barbecues, graduation parties, backyard bangers, whatever you're celebrating, stock up on supplies from PBJ Cleaning Depot. They've got cups for your drinks, paper plates, cutlery, pop-up foil sheets, aluminum foil, and cling film rolls, and so much more. Plus, cleanup is easy with kitchen towel rolls in bulk, sweeping compound, and supplies. And if you're baking for a crowd, get a sleeve of 1,000 cupcake liners for just $13.10 while supplies last. PBJ Cleaning Depot Group with locations in Walkerton and Listowel, serving all of South and Midwestern Ontario.
Westburn is Canada's leading electrical products distributor with over 100 stores, but they are much more than an electrical supplier. Westburn is a leader in lighting, automation, energy efficiencies, and connected networks. Their experts work with you and leading manufacturers like Signify, Hubble, and Rockwell to deliver to your business the best electrical solution and service. With thousands of products in store and online at westburn.ca, they have what you need.
Westburn, 430 Rocker Road, Listowel. Electrical products for professionals.
As the OHA playoffs heat up, every move matters, on the ice and in life. At New Horizons Rehabilitation in Listowel, their expert physiotherapy team helps athletes and everyday champions recover faster, move better, and perform at their best. Whether you're chasing a championship or just chasing your goals, they're here to help you stay strong and ready for the next big moment. Visit NewHorizonsRehab.com and book your physiotherapy assessment today. New Horizons Rehabilitation, where your comeback starts.
Whether it's fresh ice or a fresh coat of paint, Farlow's Home Hardware in Durham is always ready to back the team. Proudly Canadian and locally owned and operated, Farlow's Home Hardware carries Canadian-made beauty tone paints perfect for every room and rinkside. And make sure to see them in store for all of your spring essentials, from gardening and lawn care to patio furniture and decor. They have everything you need to get ready for the season. Farlow's Home Hardware in Durham, proud supporters and sponsors of the Hanover Barons. Go Barons, go!
Tonight's pregame is brought to you by Westburn Rexall Group in Listowel, your source for electrical supplies.
Welcome to Game 2 of the PJHL Schmalz Cup Finals. I'm Steve Sabourin along with Johnny K. From Essex tonight, the Hanover Barons winning the opener 6-1 last night, JK. And both teams ready to go for Game 2.
Yeah, Game 2, the arena here in Essex is starting to fill up. Love the vibe, love the atmosphere. Looking forward to a great hockey game, Steve.
Let's get to Johnny K's keys to the game, brought to you by New Horizon Rehabilitation Services, JK. What do the Hanover Barons have to do this evening?
They have to stay humble and stay hungry. Don't let the 6-1 at home fool you last night. This is going to be a different beast in the Essex 73 here at home. Stick to what you do well. Get pucks in deep. Speed through the neutral zone. Good quality shots. Play smart. Defense first. And, of course, Hartley in between the pipes going to be solid. That's the keys for the Hanover Barons.
73s will want a better performance. What's on their itinerary?
Home ice, home identity. Use the crowd to set the tone. Simplify your game. Get back to the basics. Had a good conversation with Tony Pravosky, the coach, pre-game. And, you know, he wants his team to settle down, you know, get the crowd behind them, get back to the basics, play smart hockey, and just do their best here at home and get the crowd.
You used a word while we were chatting before we got on air, JK. Truth is what you kind of circled on your sheet.
Yeah, you know what? In a 7-game series, I always find that Game 2 is the truth game. You know, was Game 1 a mistake? Was it a trend? Or are we looking at an outlier here? So Game 2 always tells the truth. Looking forward to this one, Steve.
Lineups for tonight for the Hanover Barons. No changes for them. Derek Hartley getting the start in net. Of course, Sam Barrett, number 18. What a buzz he had last night. A 4-goal performance and all the big names contributing. Of course, the Barons also able to play their fourth line, Johnny Kay, throughout that game last night.
Yeah, the fourth line had about 2 or 3 shifts in the first, same in the second, and then quite a few in the third. And that's important, kind of use all 4 lines. And we always talk about the fourth line. We can't forget a few of those guys kill penalties on that too, Galutsin being one of them. And just kind of going 1 through 4, it's important, especially at home, save the legs for game 2 on the road.
For the Essex 73s, number 18, Tyler Fleming, not dressed tonight. They will add number 10, Ryan Basile, to the lineup, the defenseman. So that's the only change. Brogan Colhoun comes back into the 73s net after last night.
You know what? I'm looking for him to bounce back today. Calhoun at home. He's going to use the energy of the crowd, his team in front of him. He'll be solid here tonight.
All right, getting set for game 2 here from Essex. And again, a great crowd starting to file into the arena. Flag bearers skating around the rink, getting the crowd ready to go here. And the teams lining up, ready to pop on the ice. Our vantage point is at the Hanover blue line. So we've got a great view of the offensive zone to our left, or the Hanover's defensive zone to our left. And then down our far right is where Essex will set up. So great sight lines for us, JK. We'll have a clear view of the game. And here come the teams. Hanover in their red jerseys. Essex will walk out in their whites as they will come out in just a moment. They wait till Hanover gets onto the ice, then they'll storm on to the surface and give their fans something to cheer about. But we are just about ready to go for game 2 of the PJHL's Schmalz Cup Final, in which Hanover leads 1-0. Still waiting for Essex to pop on to the ice surface here. Officials are ready to go. A little bit of a delay tactic here, JK.
You know what? That's okay. At home, let the crowd wait for the 73s to hit the ice. You will definitely hear it at home when they get on the ice. Flag bearers on the blue line. Barons are ready for Canada. Might go old school. The referee might have to go to the door and give a little whistle there to get things going. But here they come, folks. Hometown 73s.
Streaming out of that end doorway where the Olympia comes out of, and we are just about ready to go. It is opening face-off around the corner. Thanks for listening to the Westburn Rexall pregame show. Westburn Rexall and Listowel, your source for electrical supplies. This is OHA Hockey on CKNX, brought to you by Cleaning Depot by PBJ. More than just cleaning supplies.
Big news from Listowel Honda. The 2025 Honda Civic Hybrid has been named North American Car of the Year, a record-breaking 4th win for the Civic. Honored for its sporty design, class-leading safety, and fun-to-drive personality. It also delivers an impressive 4.7-liter per 100-kilometer city fuel efficiency. It's no wonder the Civic is Canada's best-selling compact car. Check out the 2025 Honda Civic Hybrid today at Listowel Honda, 1020 Wallace Avenue North, or visit us online at listowelhonda.com.
Are you in the market to replace your heating or cooling system, or are you building your new dream home and would like to discover your options? Let the folks at Boss Tech Mechanical help you decide whether it's propane or natural gas, furnace or boiler, forced air, hydronic in-floor heat, air source, or geothermal heat pump. They can help you make an informed decision. They can design, install, and service any type of heating or cooling system. Visit Boss Tech Mechanical at bosstech.ca.
DQ something good today at Dairy Queen in Listowel. The Summer Blizzard menu is here, featuring the Campfire Classic S'mores and the new Mixing Bowl Mashup, packed with sweet surprises as Blizzards of the Month. Hungry for more? Try the Loaded Bacon Signature Snack Burger. It's bold, smoky, and full of flavor. And with Mother's Day around the corner, celebrate Mom with a DQ cake. Order online or pick one up in-store to make her day extra sweet. Dairy Queen, corner of Highway 23 and 86 in Listowel. Open 10 to 10 daily.
At Van Allen Insurance, they do things differently. They know your name because they greet you on the street. They know your business because they're your customers too. For 35 years, Van Allen Insurance have been your friends and neighbors who also happen to provide you with top-rated farm, agricultural, personal, business, and commercial insurance. A locally run independent insurance brokerage. Visit their office or their website at vanallen.ca to see why they are the brokerage bringing community and coverage together.
Back here in Essex, opening face-off of Game 2 here in the PJHL Schmalz Cup Final. Hanover attacking left to right, Essex right to left. Good evening, I'm Steve Sabourin along with Johnny Kay. And Miles back at her studios keeping everything on track. And away we go as the 73s get the puck into their own zone off the opening draw. Play to the near right, left side, through the middle, cross ice, far wing, and popped into the Hanover zone. Speed by Piccolo, in on Scott. Played over the far side. Galbraith will try to skate it out. Pass over to the near wing. There's McIntosh tipping it ahead. Got it by Martineau, and it's into the Essex zone. In behind the 73's net. Kick back to the far point. McIntosh towards the net. Kicked away by Colhoun. And now the play goes to the far corner. Martineau will take a look. Play behind the Essex net, carried over to the far side. This is Braddock with it now as he'll circle back behind the cage and try to get by Barrett. Braddock caught in the corner and now gets it up that far wing. 73s get it out to center ice. Stopped there by McGilvery. Now up to the far right side into the Hanover zone. Essex gets it deep into Hanover territory. Duggan on it in a hurry. There's a turnover though. Kick back to the blue line. Shot comes in. That's way high. Look out off the end glass and lands in the slot. McGilvery will clear it up the near side with speed, and away he goes. Up on the near right wing. McGilvery into the offensive zone. Gets rubbed out along the boards by Claridge. Puck in behind the net. Comes around to the near side. Levesque with it. And he'll take a look ahead and get it out of the zone. A little bit of pop here to start this game number 2 on both sides. Play on the near boards in the Hanover end. Duggan takes care of his man. Here comes Bugley, sends it out in front, picked up by Colhoun, and he'll just get it out over the blue line. Essex back at center ice, firing it into the Hanover zone again, looking for a change. Hartley settled it down for Verbeek. And now he'll take a pause, waiting for the Barons to get their breakout set up. Being watched by Levesque. In front of the net, puck to the far left side. Here's Dukeshire. Coming up through center ice, Dukeshire with speed. Cutting to the near boards, Dukeshire comes in, quick shot. And it's going to be Colhoun with the save.
Essex with the trap, 1-2-2. It's Brody Verbeek behind the net. His head is up. Skates from around the net, gets the puck to Dukeshire. How do you break the trap? You got to skate through it with quickness. That's Dukeshire. Enters the zone, gets a quick shot on Calhoun. He makes a save. It's a face-off to his left, near side.
Play back to the near corner. Left there on the near side. 73's trying to bust it out. Kept in by Hanover along the boards. Kicked over to the far side. Dowling, long lead pass ahead for McCabe. He's in, high shot. That's off the glass over to the far side. Dembinski plays it back to the point. Shot comes in, and Hartley is there to make the save.
Essex on the breakout. They go cross ice. They hit Cale McCabe. He's 18 years old from Essex, Ontario. 17 playoff games, 3 goals, 5 assists. He's looking good here tonight. Gets the shot on Hartley. Hartley in the butterfly makes a save. Now he's setting up to his left, far side for a faceoff.
Maloney in to take the draw for Hanover. One to the corner. Cleared back to the far blue line. Kept in by Essex there. Now punched out to center. That's going to chase Martineau back. McIntosh watching him. Martineau feeds it up the near wing. Maloney trying to cut off that pass, but doesn't. Duggan will have to play it ahead. Tipped by Maloney into the offensive zone. Forecheck going in. Martineau sends it over to the far side. Goes back to the blue line. Kept in by Hanover. Verbeek took a shot. Able to keep it in, though. Braddock now trying to feed it out. Can't do it. Verbeek had it bobble over his stick, and they're going to Flag him for the offside there, and the face-off will come out over the blue line.
Seth Martineau from Tecumseh, 20 years old, plays a lot of minutes for the Essex 73s, wears an A, some leadership on the back end for Essex. Face-off just outside the Essex zone, far blue line.
Farlow, Galutson, and Davidson now on the ice for Hanover as the Barons try to stretch their bench early in the first period. Playing behind the Essex net, Martineau carrying it out, flipped over to the near wing. Rivet played it ahead, intercepted by Waite. Over to Howell on the far side, his pass not crisp. Kept in by the 73s on the turnover, and they're in deep. In around the net, Rivet held up along the end board, spins away from the check, trying to get it out of his way, and now back to the point, kept in by Essex. Here's Barrett trying to center it, steered to the corner. 73s trying to force their way towards the Barons crease area. Shot comes in, that's tipped. Down is Hartley, and it's off the leg over to the near side. Here's Farlow in behind the net. Plays it to the corner. Galutson takes a look. Let it go through him, and Davidson swoops in to steal it. And he hits center ice and fires it in. Just goes to show you, if you don't make that first pass out of the zone, you're hemmed in for quite a bit. 73s. Cross ice to the far side, tipped into the Hanover zone, and icing is going to be the call. Piccolo tried to race in there, but too much space to make up, and the face-off goes back into the Essex end.
Yeah, when you're in the D zone and your team touches the puck first, if you can't exit that right away, Steve, like you just mentioned, there's lots of havoc there. We're going to set up for a face-off deep in the Essex zone to the left of Calhoun. Near side, Kyle Maloney taking the draw, trying to get it back here, get something going for the visiting Barons.
Face-off won by Essex in their own end. Braddock trying to clear it, gets it up ahead to Piccolo, and the breakout to center ice. Into the Hanover zone, Scott with a look over his shoulder, the Hanover defender near side. Maloney comes back to help out, and there's Shield. Puck over to the far side, controlled by Essex. Shirk sends it behind the net, took a weird bounce, and Maloney able to get it up ahead through center. That's as far as they get. Claridge sends it back into the Hanover zone. Hartley will settle it down, and Shield will be the first to retrieve. We played 5 minutes of this opening period, still scoreless. Pass up, look out, tipped into the Essex bench. Game number one, Hanover had about 5 quality chances early, and they scored on 3 of them. And that's something that Coach Broski told us they wanted to clean up tonight for the home team.
Yeah, after those 2 quick ones, the 73s were chasing the game, changed the complexion of it for sure. We have a face-off right in front of Steve Sabourin and I. It's going to be outside the blue line, near side.
Barons trying to control. Barrett lost it. Look out, here comes a shot, and that was tipped by a stick. Hartley kicks it away. Levesque picks it up, swings it back to the far point. Shot blocked. Here's McGilvery looking to wheel it. He's got Colhoun on the near wing. Colhoun's shot high into the glove of Colhoun for Essex, and the face-off will be in the 73's end.
McGilvery gets the puck, and his feet weren't moving, so he chugged about 2 strides. Then he goes backhand to the speedy Ryan Calhoun. He enters the zone. That's a high shot, Steve. They're going to catch that every time. What do we like? Low and hard for a rebound. Face-off to his left, near side.
Top line out for Hanover again. Galbraith knocked down. Maloney couldn't pick it up to the blue line. McIntosh's shot partially blocked, and the 73s will swing it to the near left wing. Into the offensive zone. That shot off a stick and will ride into the crowd. And a face-off in the Hanover end. It's a nice bus ride down. Sunshine in Listowel where they picked me up. And by the time you got to Sebringville, cloudy and then some heavy rains the rest of the way. But it was a smooth ride nonetheless. Puck around the boards over to the left wing. There's Barrett. Can't play it out. Scott follows up. McGilvery trying to battle through a check. 73s take possession. Tryfin with it. He'll take a look. Gets by McGilvery. Tryfin up through center. Speed on the right side. Makes a move. Shield able to get in his way. Oh, Calhoun was punched. Hammered in the far corner by McCabe. The Hanover captain seems to be okay, though. High shot. Hartley will drop it for Scott. My goodness, did McCabe ride into number 4. Breakout for the Barons. Near side, Calhoun's going to go to the bench, trying to shake it off. Helmet may have caught his forehead there as the puck goes back into the Hanover zone. Shield back for it. Plays it to the far blue line. Doesn't get out. Kept in barely. Puck rattles around, and now here's Arnold. Nice little poke check there by Braddock to stop the rush. Play comes to the near side, just inside the 73's blue line. Puck pops up out of play, and they'll take a face-off again. Definitely a little more intensity here to start this game.
Yeah, for sure. The 73s at home, they're more physical. We just saw an example of that. William Claridge finishes a check on Ryan Calhoun. Claridge, 17 from Bell River, Ontario. 23 playoff games, 4 goals, 9 assists.
Face-off near side in the Essex zone. Picked up by the 73s. Trying to exit on the near wing. Martineau's pass didn't work. Around the net, Martineau feeds it over to the far side. It gets out. And a race back for the puck. Dukeshire first to pick it up. Leaves it there for Waite. Nice pass to the left wing. McCary, Dukeshire calling for it. Now he's got a beeline into the offensive zone. Puck kicked loose. McCary couldn't handle it. And it's Essex the other way for a moment. Now it's Duggan with the play. Lost the handle on the puck. Blind backhand pass to the far side. Luckily, Verbeek was there to clear it. Arnold coming over to the near side. 1-on-1 battle. 73s can't get it deep into the Hanover zone. And now here comes McCary on the far wing by himself. Quick shot, low and hard. And the puck into the corner. Braddock there to pick it up for Essex. Off the far boards. 73s get it to center. In comes the rush. Gouvermont trying to lead it. Piccolo able to keep it in. Gouvermont turnaround shot wide of the net. Play comes to the near side. Duggan can't get it out over the blue line. Verbeek far corner. Up to Galutzin. He'll take a look. Slides through an attempted check. And look out. Spencer Davidson knocks his man down to the ice. Play to the far side. Davidson with another knockdown. Bouncing puck in the Essex zone. 73s get it. Farlow gets repelled. He tried to hit Shirk. Look out, the puck into the Hanover end. Play off the end board. 73s trying to center, unable to do so. Caught in the corner, 2-on-2 down low, and here's Farlow with the puck now. Rides it off the glass, gets to the blue line, and it's going to be punched out. Play to center. 73's control in the neutral zone. McManus trying to get it in deep. He'll step over the blue line. Looks for a shot. Blocker save by Hartley, out of play.
Quick shot by McManus as he enters the zone. Cuts to the middle. Tries to go blocker high. Hartley with the save. Deflects it out of play. I'll tell you what, Steve. We've almost played 10 minutes here in Essex. And there's more body checks in the first 9 than we saw all last game. Both teams are throwing body. I like it. Face off to the right of Hartley. Near side.
Back to the near point. Shot off a shin pad. Goes back to center. That'll chase Dunn back into his own zone. He'll pick it up and rip it off the far side. McIntosh knocks it down, though. Puts on the brakes. McIntosh on the far boards. Gives it off to Maloney. Maloney swings it to Scott. Scott's going to take a low shot. That's going to be scooped up by Calhoun. Doesn't want to take a chance there. With 10:44 left to play in the first period and no score.
Yeah, not a bad opportunity there for the Barons. They're on the left side hash mark. Maloney to McIntosh. Then they swing it across to Danny Scott. He goes with the low shot, looking for that drive-by tip. Face off to the left of Calhoun, near side.
Play dumped into the corner off the draw. Both teams digging at it. Maloney tying up his man along the end boards. Martineau comes in and scoops it up. 28 lugs it up the ice, hitting center. Into the offensive zone, cuts to the middle. Looking to someone to dish it to. Unable to find someone, so just puts it into the far corner. Picked up by McManus. Slid to the near side. Stolen by McIntosh, and he's got some room. Hits center ice and fires it down the ice. He was at the end of his shift. Wanted a change. Here's Barrett from behind his own net. Throws it across to the far side. And the 73s get it down the length of the ice. Check that. That was Braddock, 21. Play to the near corner. Centering pass far side. Look out, Hartley down with McManus on the doorstep. And now Waite steps in. And some words are being exchanged. The linesman will get in there right away. We've seen that a number of times, JK, also in the Napanee series and Aurelia. That far center or winger just sneaking in behind the D.
Yeah, you know what? There was a bit of confusion behind the net. Hartley set the puck back there. Both D weren't communicating. No one knew who was getting what. That's why Hartley had to be quick, cover that puck, reset, face off to his left. Far side.
Essex winning the draw, able to keep it in deep around the net to the near side. Dowling with it, trying to center the play. Hit McGilvery. Gets it to the blue line as both players fall to the ice. And now hand pass is going to be called, so that will stop the play. Face off just outside the Essex blue line. Just a reminder tonight, our out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Stewart Financial. Game 2 of the GOJHL's Sutherland Cup Final. Chatham at home to St. Catharines. The Maroons up 1-0 in that series. At St. Louis and Winnipeg underway in Game 7 in the NHL. So lots of exciting playoff hockey action to talk about. Calhoun winning the faceoff. Comes right in. Quick shot off a leg. Play comes to the near side. Back to the near point. Duggan able to keep it in. Drops it to the corner. McGilvery trying to control it. Play now sneaks in behind the Essex net to the far side. Barrett in on the forecheck. Off his skate. McGilvery back to the point. And the Hanover's defense just keeps it in deep. Play comes back to the near side. Hanover trying to seal the wall. Can't do it. It's going to be moved up by Dembinski. He's into the zone. Around the net. Left there. Dukeshire takes a look. Sends it across to Barrett. Hits him on the tape. Barrett into the offensive zone. They try to set up on a hit, but just too shifty. Back to the point. Scott has to go to the forehand and dump it in the corner. Intercepted by the 73s, and they'll be able to march it out. Up through center. Taken over by Duggan. He has some space. Here he goes in the offensive zone. Quick shot. Saved by the goaltender. Duggan able to keep it in deep. Here's Dukeshire trying to spin away from traffic. He gets tattooed by two players. Barrett on the far side will pick it up for Essex, and he's underway. Nice play by Arnold on the back check. Stole the puck. It's back down in the Essex zone again. 73's defense looking for options. Up to the near wing. That missed its mark. Danny Scott coming back to play it. 8:10 to go here in the first period. Still scoreless in this one. In behind the Hanover net. Scott takes a look. Short pass to Dukeshire. Had trouble with it. Just gets out over the blue line. Dukeshire shoves it into the Essex zone. Played up to the near wing. Tipped in by the 73s, but this is going to be icing. Didn't get it to center before the tip.
The ice surface here at Essex, Steve, in my opinion, it's a little smaller than the P&H Center. Not as much room to get going, so a lot of chip pucks, a lot of speed here. The passing the last 3 or 4 minutes from Bering has been more crisp. They're getting opportunities. There's a face-off in the Essex zone to the left of their goaltender, near side Calhoun.
This is Maloney at the face-off dot. Comes up to the near boards. Look out, and McIntosh knocks down his man. Play goes into the Essex zone. Maloney giving chase. He wipes out. Claridge trying to get it up on the far wing. One-touch pass to the near side. Here comes Gouvermont into the zone. Can't get into a shooting stance. Goes to the far boards. Poke checked away from him. Kept in at the point. Comes around the net. Here's Piccolo. Piccolo trying to fend off the Hanover defenseman. That's Shield. Piccolo drop pass. Here's Gouvermont, pass out in front. Luck out in the slot. Hanover's got to clear. Crowd of feet. Here's Scott. Gives it away. Gouvermont, glorious chance. Can't go to the forehand, though. Pass back to the point. Low hard. That's steered away. McIntosh will pick it up now. And look out, hits the rafters. Low ceiling here at the rink, Johnny K. But again, another example of if you don't make that first crisp pass, you're going to be caught.
Yeah, it's a byproduct of the Essex forecheck. They're taking away time and space. Barons defenseman should have went to his left for the exit. He went to the right. He wasn't expecting it. Caused some panic. Face off to the right of Hartley, near side.
Played up to the near blue line. Shot comes in. That's wide of the net. Galbraith gets there. Takes a shoulder, but the puck's down the ice. And Martineau's going to beat this out. It's going to be icing, so the Hanover crew's going to be caught up again. Galbraith is saying the Essex player got a piece of it, but that's going to fall on deaf ears, and it's going to be a face-off near side in the Hanover zone. Maloney. Bugley wins it. Puck deflected in front of the net. There's a shot, and that slides wide in around the net. A couple players fall. Maloney trying to punch it to the corner. Again, tired crew on the ice for Hanover. And here's McIntosh now looking for it. Finally gets it back to center, and can Hanover get a change? Essex quickly on the puck. Here's Verbeek. Flips it nicely back to center ice. Barons getting some fresh legs. Scott through the middle. His pass partially blocked. Barrett pushed off the play, and here come the 73s again. Holding on to it. Quick shot steered away from Hartley. Back to the point. Shot towards the net. Hartley again off the paddle. Play comes to the near boards. Essex shooting from all available angles. Here's Colhoun now. Smooth through center. The captain in over the blue line. The captain going wide. Got it to Barrett. Return pass shot wide, and Essex takes it up on the near left wing. McManus holds on, throws it across to the far side. That's going to force Dunn back. Dunn plays it over to the near side, and now up through center. It's McManus again. Can't get by Duggan. Made a nice move. He has it on the far wing. Here comes Duggan towards the net. Shoved off the puck. Played around the boards to the near side. That's going to get down the length of the ice. Not enough for icing, though. Verbeek forced to play it. Long pass to Duggan. McGilvery now picks it up. McGilvery takes a shot. There's a hit on the far side by McCary. 73s get it down into the Hanover zone. Over to the far corner. Duggan takes a look. Forward check. 2 73s in. Duggan loses his stick. Looks to be stunned a little bit. Here's Dukeshire. Pass up to Arnold. Bouncing puck. Can't get it out. 73s able to keep it in. Duggan without a stick on the far side. Kick back to the blue line. 73s pouring on the attack here. In the offensive zone, Verbeek plays it up the boards, and now Arnold has it, or Dukeshire, has a chance. Through center. Cuts it in over the blue line. And unable to make a pass. Stolen, though, from McCary. Shot in front. Dukeshire trying to get the tip. But it was Colhoun with the save. Play back to center ice. Frantic on the ice now. Both sides. Here's Dukeshire. Drop pass. McCary drops it into the offensive zone. Dukeshire in behind the cage, trying to center it. Plays it to the near side. Arnold. Here's Dukeshire. Back to the near point. Howells feeds it across. Shot comes in. That's blocked. 73s look to clear. First sustained pressure for the Barons in a while. Under 4 minutes to play here in the first period and no score. From the near corner, Barons trying to center. Trying to get some changes out on the ice. They do, but it's Crawford in behind his own net. And now up the near left side for the 73s. Stopped. Scott plays it on the far side for Hanover. Up through center. Scott's shot deflected off the end glass. Plays it over to the near side. Hanover on the forecheck now, trying to control. Open wing, though, as Shirk will move it out on the far right side, back into the Hanover end. Here's Danny Scott, feeds it up to Maloney. Dishes it off to an open wing. Intercepted by the 73s. They'll take a look, dump it into the offensive zone. Maloney's back to play it. Here comes Piccolo on the forecheck, trying to chase the Hanover centerman. Maloney posts up in behind his net, throws it up the gut to McIntosh, hit him in stride. Here comes 44. McIntosh's shot. That's wide of the 73's net. Near side Maloney trying to keep it in. He does. Galbraith trying to move. He's forced to the outside. Centering pass, and that's picked off. Play picked up by the 73s, and it's going to be out of their own zone. To the far boards, here's Piccolo. Drives it into the Hanover zone, and we've got a penalty. Hand pass is going to be called. Offside was indicated, but it's the hand pass that stops the play.
Yeah, what a stretch there, Steve. Get yourself a drink of water. We have some big boy hockey here in Essex, Ontario. Hitting some nice plays, big saves. The first period is flying by, 2:41 left. We're going to have a face-off deep in the Hanover Barons zone. Derek Hartley making a little adjustment to his mask. He's going to get in the crouch here in just a second. Face-off to his left, far side.
Yeah, Hartley definitely has been the busier of the two netminders so far here. Puck rides the far glass. Offside easily. Will stop the play.
I'm pretty sure the Barons were expecting that first 10 minutes push by Essex, and they bent, didn't break. Barons kind of responded a little bit. The last 5 minutes of this period, it's been all Essex throwing the body, Steve.
Face-off kicked over to the far boards. Swept back into the Essex zone. Defense trying to move it on the near side. Tryfin kicks it up ahead. It's into the Hanover end again. Verbeek gets there first, trying to tie it up along the boards. Kicks it ahead. McGilvery couldn't advance it. Good stick by McManus to steal the puck. McManus, high slot, high shot off the end glass. Goes to the far side. Here's Duggan. Puck to the far boards. Barrett will lift it out over the blue line, force the Essex D back a little bit. Now the 73s have to touch up. Here comes Barrett. He'll weave his way through center. Picked up by Dukeshire. He's trying to cut in. Poke check away from him. And the 73s move it back into the offensive zone. McManus manhandled by a couple of red jerseys. Play comes to the near side in the Hanover end. Down to a minute and a half to play in the opening period. Here's Duggan. He'll take a look. Trying to throw it up that far wing, intercepted by Essex, and it's going to be McCabe. Gives it off to Dembinski. No shot there as it's cleared back to center ice. Arnold couldn't advance it. The 73s will be tagged for the offside, and they could take this further down the ice.
Huge shot block by Curtis Arnold. Defenseman for the 73s just kind of turned quickly, shot the puck. It was Arnold. That's going to sting, but he gets the puck out. Face-off's going to be outside the Essex 73 zone, far blue line. Here we go.
Played over to the near side as Martineau will take a look. Kept it out of his own zone. Waite throws a hit. Puck into the Hanover end. Howell under pressure trying to stay with the puck. McIntosh helps him out. Howell couldn't get it out of the zone. They'll regroup, Hanover will, behind their own end, over to the far side, up the wall, and tipped out by Galbraith. Essex trying to enter cleanly. They do on the far side. Here's Howell into the corner. Takes a look, and he'll just rip it back. Does not get out. Kept in. Shot is blocked in front of the net. Played to the near side. Here's McIntosh. 35 seconds in the period. Here's McIntosh into the offensive zone. Galbraith going to the net. McIntosh meets resistance. Puck in behind the net. Picked up Maloney. Quick shot. That was partially blocked. Shield looking for a shot. Arnold on the near side throws it to the net. Bouncing puck. Settle down. Back to the point. Here's Shield to Maloney. Tip to Scott. He'll get a shot. That goes wide far side. Just 10 seconds left in the period. Swung across Scott again. Right on target as Colhoun will swallow that up. Galbraith getting roughed up to the end boards with 7.3 seconds remaining in the first.
Yeah, I wish the listeners could see that pass that Kyle Maloney just made. It was a little cross to him. Just one touches it with the tip of his blade. It goes directly to his defenseman. Smooth. He's a veteran. He's hunched over here. He's going to take the draw with 7.3 seconds. His job is to get the puck back to Danny Scott, then directly go to the blue paint, Steve.
A little bit of time here to get set up for this face-off in the Essex end. It's going to be Piccolo 27 and Kyle Maloney. And Colhoun talking about something in front of the crease, and now the captain has a question for the referee. That's resolved. Face-off will now proceed. Kick to the corner. 73s will clear it out in the last couple of seconds and fired in. Hartley easily gloves that down, but a scoreless first period. A little bit of a difference compared to game number 1.
Yeah, you know what? Lots of body checks, some good flow, good exits, good pressures by both teams. No score after 1.
We'll be back with the out-of-town scoreboard, period summary, and a whole lot more. This is OHA Hockey on CKNX, brought to you by Cleaning Depot by PBJ, more than just cleaning supplies.
For an incredible selection of NHL, NBA, NFL, and MLB merchandise, including autographed treasures and Upper Deck trading cards, see Lasting Memories Locker Room in Hanover. Plus, hobby model kits, Cobble Hill puzzles, diamond dots, and they do custom framing too. With their awesome selection of art supplies, including paints, canvases, brushes, and more, your creativity is endless. Lasting Memories Locker Room, downtown Hanover. Check them out at lastingmemorieslockerroom.com. Go Barons, go!
Johnny K's Keys to the Game, brought to you by New Horizon Rehabilitation Services. Physiotherapy for your injuries first. Find your physiotherapist for injury management at New Horizon Rehabilitation Services.
Engineered for adaptability, check out the Studi table from PBJ Business Interiors. These flip-flop tables are on casters, so they're easy to move and reconfigure, and their sleek design will have your space looking great too. Take a seat in the J1 chair with a mesh back and fixed arm options for the ultimate in comfort and performance, never sacrificing style for function. Find office comfort and perfection at PBJ Cleaning Depot Groups, with locations in Walkerton, Listowel, serving all of South and Midwestern Ontario.
Royal LePage Don Hamilton Real Estate is excited to help the community in celebrating not only the quarter century this year, but Listowel's 150th birthday as well. They can't wait to celebrate these milestones with you and help you celebrate some of your own as well. Whether you're looking for your first home or moving into a new one for your next chapter, see Royal LePage Don Hamilton Real Estate, proudly serving Listowel, Harrison, and the surrounding areas. Visit donhamilton.com or search Royal LePage Don Hamilton Real Estate on Facebook.
Westburn is Canada's leading electrical products distributor with over 100 stores, but they are much more than an electrical supplier. Westburn is a leader in lighting, automation, energy efficiencies, and connected networks. Their experts work with you and leading manufacturers like Signify, Hubble, and Rockwell to deliver to your business the best electrical solution and service. With thousands of products in store and online at westburn.ca, they have what you need.
Westburn, 430 Rocker Road, Listowel. Electrical products for professionals.
As the OHA playoffs heat up, every move matters, on the ice and in life. At New Horizons Rehabilitation in Listowel, their expert physiotherapy team helps athletes and everyday champions recover faster, move better, and perform at their best. Whether you're chasing a championship or just chasing your goals, they're here to help you stay strong and ready for the next big moment. Visit NewHorizonsRehab.com and book your physiotherapy assessment today. New Horizons Rehabilitation, where your comeback starts.
The buzzer's the end of the game, not night. Join the rush to Krabby Joe's in Listowel for your post-game snacks. Appetizers are half off every night after 9 p.m. with the comfort food you've been waiting 3 periods for. Share some nachos and spinach dip, or dive into some loaded cheese fries. Plus, check out their daily specials from Tuesday to Thursday. Joe's has come a long way, but he's still crabby about perfection. Settle your post-game hunger at Krabby Joe's in Listowel. They'll see you there.
Mainly sunny this afternoon with a high of 17. Slight chance of showers for tonight, risk of a thunderstorm overnight with a low of 11. Risk of a thunderstorm, chance of showers for tomorrow, high of 17, and a mix of sun and cloud on Tuesday with a slight chance of showers, high of 18.
Always your go-to for office supplies, PBJ has all of your favorites, whether for work or for keeping the kids busy. Crayola fine point markers, Papermate gel pens and post-it notes galore, dry erase markers, whiteout tap, and bright colored paper, they've got it all. And to keep your business looking great on the road, treat your fleet to a wash with the Cleaning Depot's Vehicle Wash and Brush. For cleaning and office supplies, visit the Cleaning Depot by PBJ in Walkerton and Listowel.
Listowel Hearing Center offers so much more than you'd expect. Yes, they do supply hearing aids, but they also offer sleep molds, musicians molds, and work with WSIB claims. They even have custom industrial or hunting ear protection, amplifying the sound of animals, but with automatic noise suppression to protect against gun blasts and engine noise. Listowel Hearing Center. To book your earwax removal and a free hearing test, visit Listowel Hearing Center online at listowelhearing.com.
Whether it's fresh ice or a fresh coat of paint, Farlow's Home Hardware in Durham is always ready to back the team. Proudly Canadian and locally owned and operated, Farlow's Home Hardware carries Canadian-made beauty tone paints perfect for every room and ringside. And make sure to see them in store for all of your spring essentials, from gardening and lawn care to patio furniture and decor. They have everything you need to get ready for the season. Farlow's Home Hardware in Durham, proud supporters and sponsors of the Hanover Barons. Go Barons, go!
The Out-of-Town Scoreboard, brought to you by Stewart Financial Services in Wingham. Contact Jeff for objective advice regarding your savings, finances, and retirement needs.
No score in Essex between the Barons and 73s after the first period of Game 2 of the PJHL Schmalz Cup Final. Out-of-Town Scoreboard brought to you by Stewart Financial Services in Wingham. Contact Jeff for objective advice regarding your savings, finances, and retirement needs. In the NHL tonight, the St. Louis Blues have jumped out to a 2-0 lead over Winnipeg. That in Game 7, so could be the end of the playoff run if the Jets don't start to turn on their Jets on home ice tonight. GOJHL, St. Catharines and Chatham tied at 1 after that's in Game 2 of the Sutherland Cup Final. OHL Finals will start Thursday in London. Generals and Knights, Game 1. And Major League Baseball today, Cleveland gets by Toronto 5-4 at the Rogers Center. Jays going on the road to Anaheim Tuesday. You can catch that game on CKNX, unless the Leafs are playing their opener against Florida of the Stanley Cup Finals. So lots to talk about at this time of year. Here in Essex, no score after 1. You're listening to OHA Hockey on CKNX, brought to you by Cleaning Depot by PBJ. More than just cleaning supplies.
If your goal this year is to improve your financial health, see Jeff Bloomberg, financial advisor at Stewart Financial Services Wingham. If saving for and buying a home is in your future, they can set up a first-time homebuyer's savings account with $8,000 yearly contribution limit. Also, TFSAs, RESPs, RRSPs, RRIFs, and LIRAs. They can walk you through everything. Call 519-357-4554 for a no-cost consultation or evaluation. Mutual funds, exempt traded products, and exchange-traded funds are offered through Investia Financial Services, Inc. Is the high cost and unpredictability of fuel putting a strain on your piggy bank? Make the switch to geothermal. A geothermal system from Bostech Mechanical uses the energy stored in the ground to deliver consistent, affordable comfort to your home year-round while saving you on your monthly utility bills. Geothermal systems provide heating and cooling for a variety of applications. Plus, it doesn't burn fossil fuel and has a longer life cycle than conventional systems. Relieve the strain and get to know Geo. Contact Bostech Mechanical, your local geothermal specialist. 590 Nickel Avenue South in Listowel or bostech.ca.
Big news from Listowel Honda. The 2025 Honda Civic Hybrid has been named North American Car of the Year, a record-breaking 4th win for the Civic. Honored for its sporty design, class-leading safety, and fun-to-drive personality. It also delivers an impressive 4.7-liter per 100-kilometer city fuel efficiency. It's no wonder the Civic is Canada's best-selling compact car. Check out the 2025 Honda Civic Hybrid today at Listowel Honda, 1020 Wallace Avenue North, or visit us online at listowelhonda.com.
For an incredible selection of NHL, NBA, NFL, and MLB merchandise, including autographed treasures and Upper Deck trading cards, see Lasting Memories Locker Room in Hanover. Plus, hobby model kits, Cobble Hill puzzles, diamond dots, and they do custom framing too. With their awesome selection of art supplies, including paints, canvases, brushes, and more, your creativity is endless. Lasting Memories Locker Room, downtown Hanover. Check them out at lastingmemorieslockerroom.com. Go Barons, go!
This is OHA Hockey on CKNX. Brought to you by Cleaning Depot by PBJ. More than just cleaning supplies.
First intermission brought to you by Royal LePage, Don Hamilton Real Estate Brokerage in Listowel. Scoreless after 1 period of play here in Game 2 of the PJHL's Schmalz Cup Final. 73s definitely getting off to a better start. Hanover withstanding some of the physical play and dishing some hits of their own, and sets up what should be a good second period, JK.
Yeah, red line in for the Barons into the O-zone there. I like them. Good passes. In the D-zone, they just have to communicate a little better. A little bit of just miscommunication behind the net caused some havoc. One play during the game, Duggan in the corner, and you want to talk about a forecheck. It was a 2, call it a 3-0. They all went at Duggan, and both of them tried to hit him. He backed away, and they both just kind of collided with their stick and put his stick right in half. But that's the forecheck of the 73s. They're hard. They're relentless here at home. Both goalies haven't been tested too much, Steve, and but they're making the saves. They're called to make 100% of the routine saves, and either coach will be looking 1 and 4, 2 and 4 of the big saves to keep them in a hockey game.
Yeah, a lot of block shots that period as well.
Yeah, block shots. Curtis Arnold with a big one. So, Grandpa Dave, if you're listening at home, your grandson is paying the price, blocking shots. And, the physicality of the 73s, big bodies. They're finishing checks. Captain Calhoun was the recipient of one in the far corner there, but he got up. He got ready to go. And just one thing on the Barons clears, Steve, I noticed at the P&H Center yesterday, they try to elevate the puck. I think they forget that the 73s have 3 defensemen, one's 6'5", the other 2 are 6'3" or 6'4", just giants. If you're going to elevate the puck, make sure it's higher, because all they're doing is tapping it down and keeping the puck in play. So those small little things make big things happen. So
good point on that, because again, with the low ceiling here over the rink, there's a small area where you could punt the puck through to miss the D and not hit the roof.
Yeah, no, for sure. Offensively, Barrett, McGilvery, Calhoun, they're playing hard. They had a really good game yesterday. I like McIntosh and Maloney and the 16-year-old Galbraith. The one pass, and I try to give it justice from Maloney there, had the puck, and I'm trying to explain it to the listeners at home, but it was a one-touch pass that I don't see pro players making that pass. He gets it right to Danny Scott for the one shot, but the chemistry between the veterans there, they're both 21 years old. They're both vying for a championship. It's McIntosh and Maloney, and they're cooking here in Essex.
All right, getting ready for the second period. Of course, the Barons attacking right to left, Essex left to right for the long change. And there's Captain Calhoun right in front of us. Again, we're just inside one of the blue lines, behind the Hanover bench. And we can see them in the tunnel, ready to sprint out. Officials are on the ice, and away we go. Teams will be coming out, and we'll get ready to start the second period. Just to note, Game 3 of the series will go Wednesday in Hanover at 7 o'clock, and we will be there with you again as the Schmalz Cup Final continues this week. They're currently getting settled into his crease to our far right. 73s again taking their time to come out of their dressing room after the intermission.
We had the kind of tour of the dressing room, behind the scenes, back to see Coach Tony Porosky there. It's behind the Zamboni room. You have to go through there. And Calhoun gives a left blocker to the fan as he comes out. That siren, that horn will indicate the Essex 73s have arrived. Calhoun taking the slow skate through the red line neutral zone. Going to get to his net. I suspect a little bit of a crease clear thing, whatever they call that, back and forth. Looks cool anyways, and there we go, Steve.
Maloney, McIntosh, and Galbraith will get the start here in the second period, and it'll be Piccolo taking the draw for the 73s.
We're definitely in hockey country here, Steve. Lakeshore is about 10 minutes away. The Leamington Flyers of the OJHL, formerly of the GOJHL, they're about half hour away. Lots of good hockey in southern Ontario.
Lined up at center ice, we are ready to go. Second period underway. Scott over to Shield. Quick pass up to McIntosh. Hits center ice, throws it in on Calhoun. He steered the puck away from the net. Play goes to the far wing. Look out, here's Galbraith, fires it back into the corner. Martineau to pick it up for Essex. Maloney couldn't steal the puck away, and Broddick has it on the far side. Piccolo bats it up, kept in just barely, and now punted to center. And Scott has the puck up ahead to Maloney. Nice touch pass to Galbraith. Survives a stick and fires the puck into Calhoun, who makes the save. And if you notice, JK, those one-touch passes starting to become more common here to try to crack over the offensive blue line.
Yeah, that was a hard pass in the blue line. Maloney with the one-touch gets it to Galbraith. He comes in, takes a shot. Face off to the right of Calhoun near side.
Played to the near boards. Claridge trying to skate it out. Picked up by McManus. He's into the offensive zone quickly. Puts on the brakes. Back check by Barrett. Play goes around the net to the far side. Kept in by the 73s. Poked in the corner. Duggan trying to tie up his man. Both teams trying to dig it out. It's loose. Levesque there in behind the net. No one to pass it to. Puck stuck on him. Calhoun couldn't clear. Bugley trying to center it. Played over to the far side. McManus gets it away from McGilvery. From the corner, McManus spins around, trying to send it back to the point. McGilvery trying to intercept that one. McManus knocked down. Shot in off Hartley. Played to the corner. Here's Danny Scott. Looking for some help. Calhoun fired it behind the net. That was knocked down. Now Scott's pass intercepted, and the 73s have it in deep. They try to go slot. Puck bouncing around. McManus can't get it towards the net. Levesque comes to the corner. Play continues in the Hanover end. Scott plays it to the far side. McGilvery looking for it. Had to reach back. Here's McGilvery to the blue line. It just gets out. Players falling all over the place. Trying to work it out. Dembinski. Play to the far side, moved in by Levesque. He's going to get a shot in, and that's going to be gloved by Hartley. And not a whole lot going on for both teams on that shift.
You know what? The ice conditions in that far end behind Hartley are awful. Essex had two plays they tried to make. The puck just stopped on the ice. It's not sliding. Barons couldn't exit the zone. Have to be smart here. Face off to the right of Hartley, far side.
Dukeshire in to take the draw for Hanover as the Barons made a change. Played over to the far corner. Ripped back to the point. That was tipped by Arnold. And it's all the way down into the Essex zone. Dunn back to pick it up. Puts on the brakes. He'll play it to the near wing. And up goes Dembinski. Arnold couldn't stop his rush. Play into the Hanover zone. Here's Duggan far corner. He gets hit. Picked up by Essex. That shot wide of the net. Play comes to the near side. Hanover caught in their own zone again. 73s trying to set up shop. Play goes to the far wall. Here's Arnold reaching back for it. They get it up to McCary. Center ice, he stopped, and Dembinski will turn it around for Essex. Fires it into the Hanover zone, but that rolled the glass out of play. 17:05 left in the second period. No score.
Both teams with the long change. Early in the second here, Barons struggle a bit with the exits. 73s forechecking hard. Derek Hartley from Shallow Lake, Ontario is getting ready for a face-off to his left. He's 19 years old. Face-off near side.
Look out, kicked in front of Hartley. He's down, puck to the far side. They try to jam on it, and now the net's off, and the referee will blow the play dead. That took a whole 5 seconds off the clock. They'll reset. Maloney and Crawford in to take the draw for the respective teams. Face-off, bump to the corner. Maloney rips it around over to the far side. Martineau able to keep it in for Essex. Coming around the net, 273s in deep. Maloney trying to skate it away from the crowd. McIntosh gives it away. Hartley with the nice save on the low hard shot. Play comes to the near side. 73s have it deep again. Play along the end boards, picked up by Waite. He'll try to skate it out, steered off the puck. And that shot's deflected. Shield will chase it down. But Essex quick on the punch there on the forecheck. From below the goal line, that pass bumps up to the near side. Here's Braddock with it. Hanover trying to pick it off the wall, and we got a penalty coming up here as Essex touches it down, but hard to say if that's going to go against Hanover or Essex. And it's going to go against the 73s. Crawford looks like he's going off for slashing. So Bostic Mechanical power play for the Barons here. First man advantage of the game. Maloney will stay on the ice with McIntosh. Barrett comes out, McGilvery, Dukeshire. And it looks like they're going with the Hawaii 5-0 this time around, Johnny K.
Is that how it goes?
Close. Face off far side. Essex swings it around to the near corner, and that's going to be ripped to the blue line, knocked down, but Hanover's going to get flagged for the hand pass, so it's going to come outside the blue line anyway. We haven't seen this setup in a while. They've had 4 forwards and Howell coming out to provide the firepower from the point. This time they're going to stick with the 5 forwards. Face-off win for Hanover. McGilvery will reset at his own blue line. Skates it to the near side. Here's Maloney. Tips it into the offensive zone. McGilvery and Barrett on the forecheck. Play to the far side. Kept in by the Barons. Here's McIntosh. Now they'll work the perimeter. Dukeshire with it. Down low to McIntosh. Looking for the back door! And McGilvery was there, but just went off the heel of his stick. Here's Maloney. Keeps it in. Here's McGilvery. Spins around. Maloney across to Dukeshire. Dukeshire takes a look. He'll try to skate through a check. Tackled. And the puck is sent down the length of the ice. Morey just leaned on Dukeshire, and Dukeshire on the ice as the 73s player trying to get his stick out. Meanwhile, the play has to continue at the neutral zone because Dukeshire was offside. And now the 73s fire the puck down the length of the ice. 50 seconds left in the man advantage for Hanover. Barons move it up on the near wing. Here comes Barrett with speed. He can rip it. Puts on the brakes. Bumps it back to McGilvery. Over to Maloney. Takes a look to McGilvery. Back to Maloney. McGilvery near face-off dot. Maloney no shot. Back over to Arnold. Maloney now. No one-timer. There's a blast. McGilvery. But he shanked it wide, and that's going to be sent down the ice by the 73s. Getting a couple of good looks there from our vantage point. Just 13 seconds left in the power play, and now the Barons, the last rush before Crawford steps out of the box. He'll be itching to go. Here comes McCary into the offensive zone. McCary goes around the net, looking to center, nobody home. McCary bumps it back to the point. Scott throws it to the far side. Colhoun, pass across. McCary was spinning around, though. Here's McCary looking to center, tried to send it off the backside of the goaltender. Essex back to full strength as the puck goes into the Hanover bench, and that will stop the play.
Barons on the power play, a few good looks, Steve. We got McGilvery right in front of us on the half wall, back and forth to Maloney. I'd like to see Maloney shoot it from the top. They're always looking for McGilvery for the one-timer sometimes. Let Maloney shoot, get it some traffic. We have a face-off deep in the Essex 73 zone. It's to the right of Calhoun, the goaltender, near side.
Picked up by Colhoun. Can't go to the forehand. Back to the point. There's a shot rebound. And that's going to be cleared by the 73s. McManus rubbed off the puck. Trying to keep up with it at center. Over to the far side. Braddock able to pick it up. And here comes Essex on the attack. McManus in. Nice save by Hartley. as he got the pads down along the ice. Here comes McGilvery trying to swoop in. Offside's going to be the call, and McGilvery gets the stick up. And emotions are heating up here right in front of us. Linesmen have their hands full. Referees letting them dust it up a little bit after the play. They'll separate everybody. 13:33 left to play in the second period, and we're still scoreless.
Yeah, we had a front row seat to that one, Steve, and you could hear the referee screaming, "Figure it out, figure it out." Just wanted to see. It looks like they were just going to take one, and no penalty here. Face off right in front of Bobby Kirby, just outside the blue line in the 73 zone, near side.
Dumped into the Essex zone. 73's control. Here's Dunn. Flares it up the near wing, down into the Hanover end. That's going to be icing against Essex, and slow down the play again.
With the icing, it's McIntosh jumping over the boards with Maloney and Galbraith. Essex has to stay on the ice. It's their fourth line out there, Steve. With the icing, they can't change. Face off near side here.
Maloney couldn't win the draw. Ripped around the boards to the far side. Duggan couldn't keep it in. He'll pop it back into the Essex end. Look out. That was tipped out of play. And still getting a little chippy here between the two clubs. They're all going to be good friends by the time this series is over.
Yeah, we're just getting started, Steve. Game 2, we're in Essex, Ontario. Steve Sabourin to my far right. We're leaning on some cinder block type wall here. Good vantage point, I must say.
And protected by the netting.
Oh, yeah, we're great. We're good.
Face off just outside the Hanover blue line. Far boards picked up by the Barons. Verbeek will take a look through the middle. That's going to be icing against Hanover, or no, Galbraith is going to get there. Nice play by the youngster. Got tied up, though, couldn't play the puck. Near side, McIntosh able to keep in deep. Play goes along the near end boards. Good play there by Dunn to the blue line. Still not out. Now it gets shoved back to the Hanover end. Duggan, far side, tipped in. Maloney on the rush. Comes around the net, gets tripped up. Play continues. 73s get it out of the zone. Look out, Galbraith run over by Crawford. Play to the far side. In comes the attack. Brett leading the charge. Swings it back to the near point at the blue line. Essex just keeping it in for a moment. Now it's going to be cleared. And back to center ice and flip back into the Hanover end. Verbeek comes back to pick it up. Ripped around the boards. McIntosh tips it out to center. Played up ahead. 3-on-1 developing. Here comes McIntosh. Holds. Maloney saved! Oh! And the goaltender gets steamrolled by his own player. Claridge coming back. Looks like Colquhoun's going to be okay. But boy, did he get walloped. Made a huge save on the shot by Maloney, but then Claridge coming back to support his goaltender will go over and give him a tap.
Yeah, it was Maloney coming in on the far side. He's trying to find Barrett. Makes the pass. Calhoun with the save, but like you said, Steve, William Claridge just trying to get to that far post to protect it. Makes contact with his goalie. He's fine. He taps both posts. Does his ritual to the helmet in the crouch, face off near side.
Played over to the far board, stepping up. Danny Scott can't keep it in. Takes an Essex bounce out of the zone, but then rattled back in by the Hanover Barons. Play in behind the net. Here's Martineau. They'll flip it up on the left wing side. Piccolo coming up, pass up ahead. Played by Howell to the near corner. Colquhoun will pick it up for Hanover now. Dancing. Sends it up to Howell. He got turned around on the pass. And now a 3-on-1 for Essex. Coming in. Pass across was deflected. Play back to the slot area. Barons picking it up. Barrett was knocked down, and there's going to be a penalty coming up to Essex. Roughing is going to be the call, and the 73s are going down a man again. Luke Shirk doesn't like the call, but he's going to be escorted to the box, and a Bostech mechanical power play here for Hanover.
I just want to mention on the turnover by the Barons, 3-on-1, it was Danny Scott sprawling out, deflected that puck. That could have been trouble. Face off deep in the 73 zone. Will be to the left of Calhoun. Looks like all five out there for the Barons. Here we go.
The Hawaii 5-0 setup. Maloney in to take the draw, wins it back to Dukeshire. He'll swing it to McGilvery on the near side to Dukeshire. To Maloney. Dukeshire, they'll switch spots. Back to Maloney at the top. McGilvery near blue line. They got to shrink that box a little bit. Here comes a shot. Calhoun with the save and swallows up the rebound in a hurry. A minute 42 left on the Bostech mechanical power play for Hanover.
It's evident that they want to take Maloney out of this situation. They have a guy really close to him, so that means someone else has to be open. Face off to the left, far side.
73's unable to win that one. Here's Maloney, bumps it back to Dukeshire. Feeds it to McGilvery. He's up high, over to Dukeshire on the far side. Drop to Maloney. No shot there, back to Dukeshire. Working with close corners, kept in by Maloney. Barrett trying to settle the bouncing puck down, fighting through a check. Two defenders on him. Puck squirts loose. McGilvery lets Maloney pick it up. Time winding down on this power play, a minute 10 to go. Maloney holds, over to McGilvery. Looking for a shot, and easy glove save. No traffic in front of one Brogan Calhoun. And now Essex changing up their penalty killers. Barons look to the bench, but looks like they're going to keep their top line out.
Making some small adjustments, Steve, but the face-off will now be to the right of Calhoun, near side, right in front of us.
Kick back behind the net. Martineau rips it to the far side, and it takes a good hop over the stick of Dukeshire, and Hanover has to retreat. Back at their own blue line. Here's Maloney. Over to Barrett. He squeezes through, has the edge. Barrett coming in. Barrett, sharp angle, pass out in front. Trying to ricochet it off a defender's skate. The 73 is able to clear it down the ice. We're the midway point of the second period. Still no score here in game two. And about 35 seconds to work with on the power play. McIntosh on the rush. They're onside. Barrett going to the net. McIntosh gets it in deep. Barrett trying to swing it back. Kick back to Calhoun. He settles it down. Calhoun to the side of the net for Maloney. Maloney looking for it. Got his stick lifted. Puck still loose. Picked up by Essex. Knocked down by Calhoun. Feeds it off. Dukeshire's a shot. That's blocked. Dukeshire again able to pick it up. Trying to center. And that's going to get down the ice. And Calhoun, the last man back. Look out. He's got company. McIntosh flips it to the center. Here comes Shield stepping up. The defenseman working. Shield with the shot. Rebound. There's a shot. That's just wide. Here's Calhoun with it. Penalty is over. There's a shot save. Rebound. Picked up by Essex. And the 73s will clear it down the length of the ice. Shield's got to race back, and that's going to be icing against the 73s. So another Bostech mechanical power play does not bear fruit for the Barons.
It does not. Excellent job by the 73s defending, keeping all the shots from the outside. If shots get through, Brogan Calhoun is seeing everyone with the trapper, making the save. Face off to his left, far side.
Barons with Farlow, Davidson, and Galutson out. And they'll win the face-off. Davidson keeps it in deep. Galutson in on the forecheck. Puck in behind the net. Martineau looks to clear, and he does up to the near side. Through center. Look out. Here comes Piccolo. Coming up the near wall. Piccolo puts on the brakes. That quick shot wide of the cage. Farlow goes to the far side. Here comes Davidson. Davidson on the wing trying to squeeze through a body. Throws his man to the ice. Puck along the end boards. Battle for it there. Far side, Scott trying to keep it in. Whacked over to the near corner. Davidson comes in with a hit. Here's Farlow trying to keep it in. Unable to do so. Back to center, but controlled by Duggan, and he'll just flip it in on the goaltender, who's going to hold on to it. Good shift by that Hanover fourth line.
Yeah, for sure. Good value shift for that guy. Those guys that worked hard, finishing checks. I love Davidson's energy. Farlow down low, smart with the puck, and Galutson doing what he does. Good shift had by all. Be another face-off to the left of Brogan, Calhoun, far side.
Again, Hanover leaning on their top line here in the offensive zone. Bugley trying to win it for Essex, drew it to the corner. Braddock gets tied up. Bugley in to help out. Has it on his stick, and he'll flip it over to the far wing. Breakout for the 73s. Give it away at center ice. Pop back into the 73s end. Martineau on it. Maloney will give chase. Pass to the far side. Braddock sends it over to the near side. Look out, that was behind his teammate. But Martineau stepped up and now joins the rush. 3 in. Martineau going to the net. A big screen. And nicely kicked away by Hartley. That's a big body to be standing in front of you. Here's McManus. Has the puck from the corner. Swings it back to the far point. Near side. Kept in. Shot towards the net off the leg. McIntosh racing for it. Will get there. And it's through the air to center ice and into the Essex zone. Not deep. Tryfon plays it up the near wing. Picked up by Verbeek, and that's going to be sent out of play. 7:23 left in the second period. No score.
Yeah, Verbeek from Dundalk, Ontario, had a good interview there in Napanee. Just trying to clear the puck in. Just a little too much juice on that one. Face-off will be right in front of Tony Perhosky's. I'm going to get his name right one of these times. Perhosky, Tony. There we go.
Face-off outside the Hanover blue line. Just an update on our out-of-town scoreboard. Blues still lead the Winnipeg Jets 2-0. That in the second period. Game 7 of that Western Conference playoff series. The last one to be played out in the NHL before the second round. Leafs and Florida will match up. That's scheduled to be determined. Puck goes into the Hanover corner near side. Dukeshire will swing it behind the net. Picked up by Essex, centering pass, and that's going to be knocked away. Here's Arnold, far wing. They catch up to him. He puts the puck in the zone, though. Puck into the Essex end. Played over to the far side. Here's Tryfon. Long pass, too far. But that's going to end up on the doorstep of Derek Hartley. He'll leave it there for Verbeek. Takes a shot as he makes the pass. McCary with a head of steam. Center ice it in. Play goes into the Essex zone. Near corner. Over to the far side. Picked up by Tryfon. Clears it back on the far wall, and it's going to be skated out. Gubermont hits center in the blue line, and he's in. Has it in the far corner, and he's going to get knocked down, and there's going to be a penalty coming up here. Another crowd ensues. Should be just the one penalty to Hanover, though, on this one, and it's going to be an Essex power play coming up here. 6:27 left to go in the second frame.
A little bit of a push there, maybe a boarding penalty, and 73s want to be careful. They're going to be on the power play. They don't need to be in the box as well. Referees sort it out. Can you give me a number there, Steve, on the penalty?
Yeah, I think it's Curtis Arnold, 23. Sure is, and he'll go to the box. We'll see what the...
2 minutes by yourself.
2-minute penalty. I didn't see the signal, but it's going to be a minor penalty. Bostic mechanical power play here for the Essex 73s, their first of the contest here tonight. Hanover unable to score on one of their two opportunities. Essex winning the draw. Trying to work it on the outside. Now they cough up the puck. Verbeek bangs it off the boards. Didn't get it out, though, and now it's out over the blue line. Back in by McManus, though. McManus has it on the near side. Played to the middle, and that's an easy pickings by Calhoun, and he sends it down the length of the ice. '73s breaking out on the left side, center ice, fired into the Hanover zone. Hartley plays it around to the near side, doesn't get out, back to the point. Over to the far side. Shot comes in. Hartley with the save. Puck sitting loose. And that's going to be played by Hanover off the boards, and that will roll out. Galutson was thinking of sprinting for it, but instead posts up. 73s, McManus fires it into the Hanover zone around the net over to the far side. Tipped by McIntosh. That got out. And that's going to be offside, and they're going to take it all the way down the ice. Minute left in the power play for Essex, and not much going for them on this one.
Yeah, tough spot for Bugley there. He's at the blue line. It comes out. He has McIntosh coming to him with a full head of steam. He's got to make a decision quick. Do I touch this, blow it down, face off on my own end, or do I gamble here? McIntosh is a shooter. I like the choice, face off in the 7-3 zone to the left of Calhoun, far side.
Play to the far boards. Barrett trying to tie up his man. It's going to be Shirk swooping in to pick it up. He can skate up the middle. Comes all the way into the zone. He's going to get a shot. That's wide of the net. Goes over to the far side. Hanover trying to bang it off that far wall. They can't exit the zone. Shirk gets it back again. Comes around the net. Backhand pass to Martineau. No shot from him. Here's Shirk through traffic. Down is Hartley. Puck loose. Picked up by Essex. 30 seconds left of the power play. Pass across, far side, back to the point. Martineau blasts it. That's knocked down. Back to the near boards. Guvermont with it now. Drop pass. And now these 73s have something cooking. There's a shot through traffic. That's wide, and that will skip out of the zone. 10 seconds left in the power play for Essex. Still scoreless here late in the second period. We've got 4.5 to play. Pass up the ice near side. Entered in by McCabe. Sticks waving around, shot for the point through traffic. McCabe will pick up the loose puck. Arnold sprinting to the bench. Shot off a leg, far side. They try to get to it. Look out, Maloney back behind the play. McGilvery, though, will skate it up. Taking a look, surveying the land. McGilvery into the zone. Posts up, tries to send it across through traffic. Easy pickoff. And the 73s move it the other way. Duggan there to intercept. He'll flip it ahead. Play comes back to the near boards. Dowling will take a hit, but gets the puck into the offensive end. Duggan back to play it, but he got handled by the forechecker. That's McCabe. Play along the end wall. In some feet, finally moved loose, and it's going to be booted back to the blue line. Can the Barons get it out? Yes, they do. Forcing Dembinski to throw it across to the far side, center ice and into the Hanover zone. Hartley's going to hold on to this one. No, he's going to drop it as Essex was offside. So that allowed Hartley to play the puck, and here comes Duggan through the middle all the way in. Duggan dropping into the zone, picked up by McIntosh. Shot, glove save, rebound. It's still loose. McIntosh shot, dribbles off a skate, off the glass, back to the point. Kept in barely by the Barons. Galbraith trying to work it on the near wall. He takes a slash back to the Essex 73s now. Claridge up the ice. The big defenseman lumbers forward into the offensive zone. Scott trying to stay with him. Around the net, puck squirts loose. And the Barons will get it up on the near side, flip to the open wing. And now it's going to be a race to the puck as Dukeshire comes in. Puck around the net, comes over to the near boards. There's McManus, can't hold it in. McCary does the job. Play behind the Essex net. 73s look ahead. Here is Dunn. Feeds it across to the far side. 2.5 to play in the second. McManus now up through center ice. Into the Hanover zone. Picked up by Arnold. Play comes to the near side. Dukeshire trying to get it out. Bang back in by Essex. And now Waite. All he can do is throw it to the corner. Verbeek under duress. Play along the end boards. 73s trying to work it in the offensive zone. Played by Hanover, and look out, Arnold had it poked away from him. Nice play by Tryfon. He waits, fires it in. There's a Essex player without a blade. He's crawling to the bench. He's got to get back on. Play sent down into the Essex zone. No icing. 1:50 to play here in the second period. It's got to be a helpless feeling, JK, when your blade pops out and all you can do is crawl to the bench. Back into the Hanover zone. Here's Danny Scott. Little tap pass easily picked off to the front of the net. Down is Hartley. That's going to be steered away. Barons are going to clear. And here they go, 4 wide. Near side for Barrett. Barrett waits. Cross. Oh, and Danny Scott had it picked off his stick. Play into the corner and picked up by Bugley. He'll try to speed it up. Long pass. Nice play by Shield to rub out his man. Here's Barrett with it. Flips it across to McGilvery. Time winding down. Snap pass to Colhoun. He's in. Can't toe drag. Slap back to the near side, and it's going to be out by Gouvermont. Into the zone. Last minute of play. Gouvermont at the blue line, spinning around. Can't do much with that. Here comes Barrett. Now we're opening up. Sam Barrett into the zone. Drops the pass. Shot comes in, and that's just wide. McIntosh gets to it in a hurry. Poked away from him, though, and it's going to be to the blue line and out for Essex. Gouvermont hits center, and he'll just drop it into the Hanover zone. Hartley played that smart. Pass up to the far side and a give and go, and look out. Hanover back into the offensive zone, and referee blew the puck down. She had the backside angle, thought Colhoun was holding on to it, so 26.2 seconds left.
Barons wanted the shot. That's what they wanted, a little last-minute face-off here. Calhoun wanted to play the puck. The whistle, face-off to his left, far side with 26.2 seconds left.
Kick to the corner, coming around the net, fed over to the far side. Maloney couldn't chop it down. 73s trying to get it out. And a little bit of a scramble in their own zone. Back to the Hanover blue line. Verbeek will take a look. Hits center ice, throws it in. That's off an Essex body. And back deep into the corner. That should do it for this period as time winds down. One last stretch pass. Look out. McManus coming in. Gets a shot. Buzzer goes. McManus with his palms up high saying, "Ref, I felt a stick on that one." But the period ends, and we are still scoreless after 40 minutes.
Yeah, you have to play the buzzer there. We thought it was going to be a second intermission, but not. McManus gets the puck, quick shot with like 0.1 seconds left, and he had sticks all over him. But second period, no score, entertaining, a few shots, a few power plays for the Hanover Barons, some good looks, but they can't beat Calhoun. Essex with a power play advantage. Barons did a good job on the PK.
So, no score after two. Back with more. You're listening to OHA Hockey on CKNX, brought to you by Cleaning Depot by PBJ. More than just cleaning supplies.
Staff barbecues, graduation parties, backyard bangers, whatever you're celebrating, stock up on supplies from PBJ Cleaning Depot. They've got cups for your drinks, paper plates, cutlery, pop-up foil sheets, aluminum foil, and cling film rolls, and so much more. Plus, cleanup is easy with kitchen towel rolls in bulk, sweeping compound, and supplies. And if you're baking for a crowd, get a sleeve of 1,000 cupcake liners for just $13.10 while supplies last. PBJ Cleaning Depot Group with locations in Walkerton and Listowel, serving all of South and Midwestern Ontario.
Big news from Listowel Honda. The 2025 Honda Civic Hybrid has been named North American Car of the Year, a record-breaking 4th win for the Civic. Honored for its sporty design, class-leading safety, and fun-to-drive personality. It also delivers an impressive 4.7-liter per 100-kilometer city fuel efficiency. It's no wonder the Civic is Canada's best-selling compact car. Check out the 2025 Honda Civic Hybrid today at Listowel Honda, 1020 Wallace Avenue North, or visit us online at listowelhonda.com.
Royal LePage Don Hamilton Real Estate is excited to help the community in celebrating not only the quarter century this year, but Listowel's 150th birthday as well. They can't wait to celebrate these milestones with you and help you celebrate some of your own as well. Whether you're looking for your first home or moving into a new one for your next chapter, see Royal LePage Don Hamilton Real Estate, proudly serving Listowel, Harriston, and the surrounding areas. Visit donhamilton.com or search Royal LePage Don Hamilton Real Estate on Facebook.
The hardest working player is brought to you by Listowel Honda. Test drive the all-new 2025 Honda Civic Hybrid today. See listowelhonda.com for details.
Engineered for adaptability, check out the Studi table from PBJ Business Interiors. These flip-flop tables are on casters, so they're easy to move and reconfigure, and their sleek design will have your space looking great too. Take a seat in the J1 chair with a mesh back and fixed arm options for the ultimate in comfort and performance, never sacrificing style for function. Find office comfort and perfection at PBJ Cleaning Depot Groups, with locations in Walkerton, Listowel, serving all of South and Midwestern Ontario.
Is the high cost and unpredictability of fuel putting a strain on your piggy bank? Make the switch to geothermal. A geothermal system from Bostech Mechanical uses the energy stored in the ground to deliver consistent, affordable comfort to your home year-round while saving you on your monthly utility bills. Geothermal systems provide heating and cooling for a variety of applications. Plus, it doesn't burn fossil fuel and has a longer life cycle than conventional systems. Relieve the strain and get to know Geo. Contact Bostech Mechanical, your local geothermal specialist, 590 Nickel Avenue South in Listowel or bostech.ca.
Listowel Hearing Center offers so much more than you'd expect. Yes, they do supply hearing aids, but they also offer sleep molds, musicians molds, and work with WSIB claims. They even have custom industrial or hunting ear protection, amplifying the sound of animals, but with automatic noise suppression to protect against gun blasts and engine noise. Listowel Hearing Center. To book your earwax removal and a free hearing test, visit Listowel Hearing Center online at listowelhearing.com.
The buzzer's the end of the game, not night. Join the rush to Krabby Joe's and Listowel for your post-game snacks. Appetizers are half off every night after 9 p.m. with the comfort food you've been waiting 3 periods for. Share some nachos and spinach dip, or dive into some loaded cheese fries. Plus, check out their daily specials from Tuesday to Thursday. Joe's has come a long way, but he's still crabby about perfection. Settle your post-game hunger at Krabby Joe's in Listowel. They'll see you there.
Mainly sunny this afternoon with a high of 17. Slight chance of showers for tonight, risk of a thunderstorm overnight with a low of 11. Risk of a thunderstorm, chance of showers for tomorrow, high of 17, and a mix of sun and cloud on Tuesday with a slight chance of showers, high of 18.
Whether it's fresh ice or a fresh coat of paint, Farlow's Home Hardware in Durham is always ready to back the team. Proudly Canadian and locally owned and operated, Farlow's Home Hardware carries Canadian-made beauty tone paints perfect for every room and ringside. And make sure to see them in store for all of your spring essentials, from gardening and lawn care to patio furniture and decor. They have everything you need to get ready for the season. Farlow's Home Hardware in Durham, proud supporters and sponsors of the Hanover Barons. Go Barons, go!
At Van Allen Insurance, they do things differently. They know your name because they greet you on the street. They know your business because they're your customers too. For 35 years, Van Allen Insurance have been your friends and neighbors who also happen to provide you with top-rated farm, agricultural, personal, business, and commercial insurance. A locally run independent insurance brokerage. Visit their office or their website at vanallen.ca to see why they are the brokerage bringing community and coverage together.
As the OHA playoffs heat up, every move matters, on the ice and in life. At New Horizons Rehabilitation in Listowel, their expert physiotherapy team helps athletes and everyday champions recover faster, move better, and perform at their best. Whether you're chasing a championship or just chasing your goals, they're here to help you stay strong and ready for the next big moment. Visit NewHorizonsRehab.com and book your physiotherapy assessment today. New Horizons Rehabilitation, where your comeback starts.
DQ something good today at Dairy Queen in Listowel. The Summer Blizzard menu is here, featuring the Campfire Classic S'mores and the new Mixing Bowl Mashup, packed with sweet surprises as Blizzards of the Month. Hungry for more? Try the Loaded Bacon Signature Snack Burger. It's bold, smoky, and full of flavor. And with Mother's Day around the corner, celebrate Mom with a DQ cake. Order online or pick one up in store to make her day extra sweet. Dairy Queen, corner of Highway 23 and 86 in Listowel. Open 10 to 10 daily.
Be listening for the play of the game, brought to you by Dairy Queen in Listowel. For all your hot eats and cool treats, head to Dairy Queen, corner of Highway 23 and 86 at the west end of Listowel.
Always your go-to for office supplies, PBJ has all of your favorites, whether for work or for keeping the kids busy. Crayola fine point markers, Papermate gel pens and Post-it notes galore, dry erase markers, whiteout tap, and bright colored paper, they've got it all. And to keep your business looking great on the road, treat your fleet to a wash with the Cleaning Depot's Vehicle Wash and Brush. For cleaning and office supplies, visit the Cleaning Depot by PBJ in Walkerton and Listowel.
Back here in Essex, it is scoreless after 40 minutes of play in Game 2 of the PJHL Schmalz Cup Final. On the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Stewart Financial Services in Wingham. St. Louis up on Winnipeg 2-0 in the second period of their Game 7. In the GOJHL, St. Catharines and Chatham tied at 1 in Game 2 of the Sutherland Cup final. Chatham up 1-0 in that series. OHL finals start on Thursday in London, Generals and Knights. It sounds like a medieval clash. And in Major League Baseball, Cleveland beat the Jays this afternoon 5-4. We'll be back with the second period summary and the beginning of the third period. This is OHA Hockey on CKNX, brought to you by Cleaning Depot by PBJ, more than just cleaning supplies.
If your goal this year is to improve your financial health, see Jeff Bloomberg, financial advisor at Stewart Financial Services, Wingham. If saving for and buying a home is in your future, they can set up a first-time homebuyer's savings account with $8,000 yearly contribution limit. Also, TFSAs, RESPs, RRSPs, RRIFs, and LIRAs. They can walk you through everything. Call 519-357-4554 for a no-cost consultation or evaluation. Mutual funds, exempt traded products, and exchange-traded funds are offered through Investia Financial Services, Inc.
Westburn is Canada's leading electrical products distributor with over 100 stores, but they are much more than an electrical supplier. Westburn is a leader in lighting, automation, energy efficiencies, and connected networks. Their experts work with you and leading manufacturers like Signify, Hubble, and Rockwell to deliver to your business the best electrical solution and service. With thousands of products in store and online at westburn.ca, they have what you need.
Westburn, 430 Rocker Road, Listowel. Electrical products for professionals.
Royal LePage Don Hamilton Real Estate is excited to help the community in celebrating not only the quarter century this year, but Listowel's 150th birthday as well. They can't wait to celebrate these milestones with you and help you celebrate some of your own as well. Whether you're looking for your first home or moving into a new one for your next chapter, see Royal LePage Don Hamilton Real Estate, proudly serving Listowel, Harrison, and the surrounding areas. Visit donhamilton.com or search Royal LePage Don Hamilton Real Estate on Facebook.
For an incredible selection of NHL, NBA, NFL, and MLB merchandise, including autographed treasures and Upper Deck trading cards, see Lasting Memories Locker Room in Hanover. Plus, hobby model kits, Cobble Hill puzzles, diamond dots, and they do custom framing too. With their awesome selection of art supplies, including paints, canvases, brushes, and more, your creativity is endless. Lasting Memories Locker Room, downtown Hanover. Check them out at lastingmemorieslockerroom.com. Go Barons, go!
Listen for the collision of the game. Brought to you by Van Allen Insurance in Listowel, supporting the community and keeping insurance business personal.
Back to the Hanover blue line. Verbeek will take a look. Hits center ice, throws it in. That's off an Essex body and back deep into the corner. That should do it for this period as time winds down. One last stretch pass. Look out. McManus coming in. Gets a shot. Buzzer goes. Always have to keep your head on a swivel and know what's going on. Last rush by McManus at the end of the second period for the 73s, but still no score after 40 minutes of play. Johnny K.
Yeah, a couple power plays for either team in the second period. Some good looks. Teams might get a little tired here as we enter the third period. Have to make sure we watch the ice here. It had trouble freezing there at the start of the second period. We'll keep an eye on that, especially behind the net. You want to make a play. Make sure you have that stick on your puck and just elevate it to get out because you don't want to get caught. Both goaltenders playing so.
Always your go-to for office supplies, PBJ has all of your favorites, whether for work or for keeping the kids busy. Crayola fine point markers, Papermate gel pens and Post-it notes galore, dry erase markers, whiteout tap, and bright colored paper, they've got it all. And to keep your business looking great on the road, treat your fleet to a wash with the Cleaning Depot's Vehicle Wash and Brush. For cleaning and office supplies, visit the Cleaning Depot by PBJ in Walkerton and Listowel.
If your goal this year is to improve your financial health, see Jeff Bloomberg, financial advisor at Stewart Financial Services, Wingham. If saving for and buying a home is in your future, they can set up a first-time homebuyer's savings account with $8,000 yearly contribution limit. Also, TFSAs, RESPs, RRSPs, RRIFs, and LIRAs. They can walk you through everything. Call 519-357-4554 for a no-cost consultation or evaluation. Mutual funds, exempt traded products, and exchange traded funds are offered through Investia Financial Services, Inc.
Westburn is Canada's leading electrical products distributor with over 100 stores, but they are much more than an electrical supplier. Westburn is a leader in lighting, automation, energy efficiencies, and connected networks. Their experts work with you and leading manufacturers like Signify, Hubble, and Rockwell to deliver to your business the best electrical solution and service. With thousands of products in store and online at westburn.ca, they have what you need.
Westburn, 430 Rocker Road, Listowel. Electrical products for professionals.
Royal LePage Don Hamilton Real Estate is excited to help the community in celebrating not only the quarter century this year, but Listowel's 150th birthday as well. They can't wait to celebrate these milestones with you and help you celebrate some of your own as well. Whether you're looking for your first home or moving into a new one for your next chapter, see Royal LePage Don Hamilton Real Estate, proudly serving Listowel, Harriston, and the surrounding areas. Visit donhamilton.com or search Royal LePage Don Hamilton Real Estate on Facebook.
Back here in Essex, getting set for the third period, 20 minutes on the score clock. And Hanover skating left to right. It'll be Essex right to left here in period 3.
Fourth game in 6 days for the Hanover Barons. Steve, Brady Anderson's going to have to try to use most of his bench, kind of keep the legs going as long as possible.
At Game 7 Thursday against Napanee, and then, of course, Game 1 last night on home ice against Essex. Officials at center ice just waiting for a little bit here to allow the ice to freeze up. A little extra time. Now we're ready to go. They'll line up. Hartley to our left and Colhoun the far crease to our right. And we are ready to go. Both teams have had opportunities on the Vostok Mechanical power play. But we are scoreless still entering the third period. Here's Piccolo trying to circle around. Captain takes a look, fires it across to the far wing. Little jump in the step, and the Essex 73s gain the Hanover zone. Piccolo on the puck first, in the near corner. McIntosh couldn't pick it up and now has an opportunity to skate it out. Throws it across to Galbraith, who didn't handle the puck cleanly. 73s take over in the neutral zone. Far side, Couvremont gets held up at the blue line. Maloney steals it. Here's McIntosh kind of skating around, goes to the far side, fans on the shot. Puck along the end boards. Galbraith trying to dig it out. 73s kick it around to the near side. To the blue line, Duggan able to keep it in. McIntosh from behind the net. Falls, can't center. And it's played over to the near side, and the Essex squad will get it to center ice. Vermont trying to get it into the Hanover zone. Maloney back to pick it up. He'll take a look. In that puck not moving as smoothly as it could. Snap pass across left wing. And Verbeek fires it into the Essex end. Picked up there by Basile, and it's over to the near side. 73s get it out of their own zone. Being led by Bugley. Fires the puck into the offensive end. Verbeek coming back for it. Puck comes around to the near side. Bugley kicks it back to the point. Far side shot comes in high. That's wide. Bugley picks it up, trying to center it. It's off the back of the net. Duggan can't play it out, and it's going to be Lebec from the near corner. Protects the puck well. Back to the point. Quick shot. That's wide off the end boards. Pass out in front. Backhand. That's off a body and trickles over to the near side. 73 starting off this game with a flurry. There's a shot from inside the slot, and that was deflected. McManus plays it to Gilvery to the blue line and not out. Hanover continue to be hemmed in, and now the 73s ease off. They want to change after that prolonged offensive push. Here's Dukeshire, sends it back to Duggan. Far side Verbeek. Here's Duggan to take a look. A little more snap needed in those passes. McCary can't drive it deep into the Essex end. Here comes Dubinsky into the zone. Dubinsky's shot off a stick and out of play, and Good start for the 73s here in the third period. Now Verbeek getting tied up with a conversation. Really, no need for that. Get out of there. You're in a scoreless tie. You can talk later.
Essex early in this one playing with purpose. Barons have to get the puck and make tape-to-tape passes or use that glass to get it out. Face off to the right of Hartley. It's going to be near side.
Nice face-off win by the 73. Shot from the point, steered away by Hartley. McCary off the boards, but not out cleanly. Scott ties up his man along the far side, but it's pulled out by Dubinsky. He loses the puck, and there's going to be a penalty. McCary's going to be called for the hook, and it's going to be a Bostek mechanical power play for the 73s.
Yeah, McCary got his stick on the inside. Both refs instantly hand up. Bostek mechanical advantage for the hometown 73s. Big point of the game, Steve. 17-14 left. Third period, no score in Essex, Ontario.
Stay with us after the game for our Krabby Joe's post-game show. We'll have our hardest working player and play of the game for you. Face off of the near corner, to the near corner. Power play for Essex. Far side, Piccolo able to pick it up. End of the boards, Martineau. We'll see if the big defenseman will settle in front of Hartley. Sure does. Here's McManus. Feeds it back to the point. Over to the far side, Piccolo. No shot, backdoor pass. Settled down by McManus. To the blue line. Doesn't get out. Galutsin trying to force the issue. Puck to the far side. Scott settled it down. Can he turn around and get it out of the zone? Unable to do so. Shield battling forward along the end boards. Picked up by the 73s. Goes back to the point. Here's Piccolo. Drops it down low. McManus' pass picked off, and Colquhoun will just slide it down the length of the ice. Nice job by the captain.
Watching Hartley in the blue paint with Martineau in front of him there, kind of bobbing, weaving. Gets looks, though.
Far side into the Hanover end. Verbeek knocks his man down. Play to the boards. Barrett gets swallowed up by Bugley. They try to hold the puck, and McManus back to pick it up on the far side. To the point. Quick passing. Snapped across. Piccolo couldn't handle it cleanly. Trying to spin away from Barrett. Here's the shot for the point. Saved by Hartley. Puck to the near boards. Bugley rubbing Barrett out. Play comes to the near side. 2-on-2. Some big bodies in there. Kick loose, and it's poked loose. McIntosh gets it down the ice, and Piccolo has to retreat. Down to 25 seconds left on the man advantage for Essex. Martineau posts up, sends it deep around the net. Guvermont going back to pick it up. Throws it across to the far side. Looking to the blue line. Bouncing puck. Galutsin just overskated it. Still not cleared. Couple of seconds left here. To the near boards. Blue line. That got out. They said no. Looked like some white ice there. There's a blast. Hartley with a nice save. And with nothing left on the power play, Hartley will stop the action. And Hanover is going to be able to reset.
Yep, the puck bounced out to Austin. Guvermont blasts it. Hartley meets him at the top of the blue. Hits him right in the crest. Makes the save. Hartley with a drink of water. Well deserved. 15-11 left here. Third period, no score. Face off to the right of Hartley near side.
Face-off win, Essex. Shot from the face-off circle. Doesn't go. Blocked. McGilvery the other way. Into the offensive end. Quick shot low and hard. Stopped by Colquhoun. Play will be moved out by the 73s. It's going to be Barrett. His shot wide of the mark. Maloney picks it up. Can't slide it up ahead. Looking for some room. He's forced back into the offensive zone. Heavy stick by Rivet. Play comes to the near side. Crawford trying to keep it in. Maloney pins him in the corner. Puck squirts loose, and here comes McGilvery. Lost it on the near side, and it's still in the Hanover end. Boy, that puck is sticking for both teams. Play along the end boards. Barrett driving his way through, still has it, taking a look. trying to cycle it down low now. Popped through the air, back to center ice, and here's Dunn. Throws it over to the far side. Levesque with it into the offensive zone. Cuts across. Nice check by Colhoun. Disrupt that rush. Puck goes to the far side. Colhoun on it. Kick back to Howell. Howell will go behind his net. And the Hanover squad will reset. Howell's trying to skate away. Flipped ahead. Colhoun through the middle. Slides his way through and didn't get it deep, and the 73s are going to turn it the other way. Here comes the pass out in front. That hit a leg. Here's Danny Scott. He'll get it up the ice. Passes it ahead. Barrett busting through. Barrett in alone. Backhand. Oh, scores! Sam Barrett makes it 1-0.
That's a big one, folks. Back defenseman for the Barons finds Sam Barrett, far blue line. Splits the D. Goes 5-hole on Calhoun, and that's a huge goal for the visiting Hanover Barons.
That's the quick strike, Johnny K. Barrett able to find space. He still had to work between two defensemen to get in.
He sure did. He kind of had backside pressure for sure. Make that 5 goals in 2 games for Sam Barrett.
1-0 lead, Barons. Still lots of time on the clock. 13.5 to play here in the third period. Goals at a premium tonight so far. Dukeshire trying to get it out. Can't do it. Shield follows up. Play to the near side in front of the Hanover bench. Watch for the pushback. Dukeshire, though, trying to get it in. He does. Into the Essex end. Colhoun back to play it. Rips it around to the near side. Working along the near boards, Duggan will back it up at center ice, throws it across to Shield, fires it into the offensive zone. Colhoun there to stop it, and it's going to be Martineau bringing it out of his own zone. Long pass up ahead into the offensive end for Essex. It's controlled by McCabe, drops it down low for Dembinski. Over to the far side, quick shot knocked away by Hartley. Play comes over to the near boards, and it's going to be McCabe again spinning around. Got caught up, cleared behind the net. Here's Duggan again, the physicality picking up here. Duggan will skate it to center in. Will he pound it in? No, he'll want to take it in. Drop pass there. There's a quick shot. Glove save by Colhoun. He drops it for his captain, and Piccolo's going to wind it up. Look at him go. Piccolo coming in, toe drag in, and he's going to get hooked down. And a penalty coming up to the Barons again. It's going to be Duggan with the trip. And another Boss Tech mechanical power play coming up for the Essex 73s.
Yeah, Piccolo gets the puck in his own zone, top of the circle, and just started flying through the neutral zone, started to the boards, came back in. Great opportunity. Then it's the hook by Dugan. Boss Tech mechanical advantage. The captain, Piccolo, trying to get his team going there. Face off to the right of Hartley, near side.
Bugley and Colhoun to take the draw. Play comes to the near side. Essex keeps it in. Braddock to McManus. He looks towards the net. Drop to the corner. Back to the point. Over to the far side. Quick pass, Bugley. Tipped off his stick. Back to the point again. Looking for the finish. Here's Bugley. Back door. McManus waits. Oh! Piccolo, passed it down low. Couldn't finish the play. Back to the near point. Braddock able to keep it in. He's going to shoot high, and that's going to be tipped out of play with 1:27 left to go here in the third period.
Braddock with the shot from the point gets deflected out of play. Good puck movement by the 73s. They try to go backdoor a couple times. Barons aggressive on the PK. 1:27 left. Face off to the right of Hartley, near side.
In the power play here in the third period.
Check that, yes.
Yeah, 11.5 of the period. Minute and a half left of the power play. And we're going to get a penalty coming up. Holding's going to be the call. Who's this going to go against? And it's going to be number 17 for the 73s, Bugley in front of the Hanover net. So that will erase the man advantage for the 73s. And the face-off goes into this Essex zone.
It's not the first time I've done that, Steve. Kind of erase about 9 minutes of a game. But 11:32 left here in Essex. Barons with a 1-goal lead. It's going to be 4-on-4 hockey. Face-off deep in the Essex zone. To the left, the Brogan Calhoun near side.
Yeah, a little more space out there to weave up and down the ice. Play goes over to the far corner. McManus there. McIntosh trying to jump on him. Steals a puck. Drop pass. Maloney, though, got turned around, and McManus will go up the far side and dump it into the Hanover zone. Danny Scott coming back to pick it up behind his own net. Here's Scott. Takes a look. Feeds it up ahead. Shield will hit center. Left the puck there. Try to make a backhand pass. 2-on-1 short for Essex, but the puck hops Piccolo's stick. In behind the net, here's McManus, and Maloney gets in the way. Well, a hope and a prayer backhand pass, Johnny K. Works, 0.0001% of the time?
Yeah, Barons got away with one there, Steve.
Far side, Barons can't exit their own zone. 25 seconds left on the 4-on-4. 73s control. They dump it into the corner. Goes in behind the net. Piccolo's going to take a look, and it sneaks by everybody down the length of the ice, and the Barons are going to be able to get a change here. '73s have it. They'll move it out. It's going to be Claridge. And McGilvery trying to get his stick in the way, but lost his stick. Claridge hits the blue line into the offensive zone. Calhoun on the far side tries to tip it out. He does. Here comes McGilvery. He's got Barrett with them. They cross at the blue line. McGilvery to Barrett through traffic. And that was shot wide of the net. Play goes over to the far side, kept in by McGilvery. Power play now for Hanover officially, but there's only about 15 seconds left as the puck is sent down the length of the ice. Wait to pick it up behind his own net. Hanover wants to get set up on the breakout. 73's ready to go back to full strength. Arnold tipping into the offensive zone. No, icing is going to be the call. So another tough play there, Johnny K. A chance to get it in deep.
Yeah, just those attention to detail things. I tell you what, the ice conditions here tonight in Essex aren't the greatest. That's why it's so important that you stop on a puck. No drive-bys. Stop on every puck. It's important. Face off to the right of Hartley near side.
Kick back by Essex, near point. Here's Martineau, makes a nice move. Out in front. Oh, it's just pushed wide by Dembinski. Martineau made a fantastic move at the blue line, and the Essex 73s unable to make it count. Bounced off the boards. 73s keep it in. Dembinski again around the net to the far side, and Dunn couldn't get there. It's down the length of the ice. Barons will have to dig deep here with 9 minutes left in the third. Find that closing energy. Here in game two, Sam Barrett gave them the lead, but it's going to be Essex trying to get in. Far side, Dukeshire can't clear. Verbeek's got to race back for it. Plays it up to McIntosh. That rolled off his stick. Back to the point. Played to the near boards. Shot through traffic. That's tipped by Verbeek. Cleared to the near side. Essex looking, they have some legs. Stolen from by Dukeshire, though, and he'll bang it back through center ice. Braddock back to pick it up. Sends it across to the far side. It's knocked down by McIntosh with a good stick. Breakout pass didn't work. Look out, Maloney racing for it. Rolling back to Galbraith with the shot. That's wide. Calhoun way out of his net there. There's Scott, chops it towards the cage. Picked up behind the net. Maloney throws a hit. Play comes to the near side. Essex trying to bang it out. It's down the ice. Here's Duggan. Goes to his forehand. Pass to Scott, not clean. Picked off. Here's a shot. Steered away by Hartley. Play to the far boards. In the offensive zone for Essex. Maloney steals it from Bugley, but he's running out on fumes. Puck back to center ice. Banged right back in by Essex. Danny Scott behind the net. Feeds it up near side. Here's McGilvery. He'll sprint out of the zone. McGilvery in over the blue line. Does a good job in sending it in behind the net. Puck comes around to the near boards. 73s are there to clear, though. Gets back to center. Verbeek bangs it right back in. 7:15 remaining in the third period and a 1-0 lead for Hanover. Play comes to the near side. Up through center ice. And here comes McManus to Piccolo. Piccolo coming in. He fans on a shot. Verbeek strong on him. Play goes over to the far side. Here's Piccolo, takes a hit. Back is Verbeek. McManus trying to catch up. Here's McGilvery. Great play off the glass and out. Play goes to the far side. Here's McManus. 73s are in. Drop pass, looking for the return. Play goes to the far side. Barrett trying to dig it out. He lifts it high, and that's going to be whistled down. They're saying it hit the netting on the exit. 6:43 left to play in the third, and a 1-0 lead, Hanover.
Yeah, Essex has been pushing ever since the Barrett goal. Tired group of Hanover Barons here have to play smart. The low forward is the big factor for me by the Barons. Having that support in their D zone is making a big difference here. Face off to the left, a Derek Hartley far side.
Picked up by Piccolo. Nowhere to go. Trying to spin away from the defender, Dukeshire. Hits the stick of Barrett. Can't get it out. Shot towards the net, tipped wide. Play comes to the near side. Back to the point. Kept in by Braddock. Guvermont trying to work with it, and it's sent down the ice by Hanover. Quick change by the Barons here. Far side, Verbeek trying to deny Essex entry. Curtis Arnold in the far corner. They're on him quickly. Look out. Here's the shot. Hartley with the save. Shirk snuck in on the near post. Guvermont from behind the net trying to spin around for a pass or a shot. It's kicked away by McCary. Hard work there and fired in to the Essex end. In comes McCary on the forward check. Trying to tie it up down low. 3-on-1 battle as the 73s outmuscle the lone Baron. Play up through center ice. Here comes Shirk into the zone. Shirk trying to cut to the front of the net. Play goes over to the far corner. Danny Scott can't get rid of it. He'll have to send it behind the net to the near corner. Maloney now trying to work it. Maloney trying to do it all himself. He's got to move it. He does there. Now it's McIntosh to center. And he'll flip it in on the Essex goaltender, who will cover it up for a face-off in his own zone.
Yeah, Barron's starting to get with the program. Red line dump in. I want to talk about the shift by Elliott McCary there about 30 seconds ago. He dumps it into the near corner. He knew exactly where it was going. He got there, won the race, battled about 273s, killed about 30 seconds. Face-off to the righty Calhoun, far side.
5:15 left here in the third period. Puck to the corner, McIntosh. Along the end boards, trying to dig it out. Can't do it. Play comes to the near side, and the 73s are going to send it up the ice. McIntosh intercepted a pass, though, so not a clean entry for Essex. Duggan takes a look, has some time. Nice soft pass to Maloney and flipped into the far corner, deep in the Essex zone. Change for the Barons. Trying to keep them rotating, keep them fresh out on the ice here in the latter stages of the third period. Here's Galbraith trying to send it to the near side. Gets back into the Hanover zone. Verbeek reverses it for Duggan. Duggan's going to take a look. Sends it up near side, McGilvery. Pass up ahead. Here comes Calhoun. They're onside. Calhoun on the outside. Shot saved by Calhoun. Play picked up by Martineau. Skates it up to center ice using that big frame. Flips it into the Hanover end, but that's just going to be icing against the 73s and take the face-off deep of their own zone.
Yeah, just a couple more feet there. Attention to detail for the D-man of the 73s. Get the red line. Linesman, when you're in the final, they're going to call it tight. That's what they did. It's an icing. Be a face-off deep in the Essex zone. Will be to the left of Brogan Calhoun, goaltender for the 73s, near side.
Dukeshire's going to be told to vacate, and Arnold will step in to take the face-off. Bump to the corner. High slot, and kept in by Hanover. Here's Arnold on the far corner, trying to cycle it to McCary. Can't use his big frame to keep the puck in, and it's going to be slid out by Essex. Levesque into the offensive zone. Pass ahead. Easily tipped away by Hartley, but still in 73's control. Blast coming up here. That's wide of the cage. Look out. Picked up by Danny Scott, and he'll flip it ahead, trying to break Arnold loose. That shot from Essex came off the end wall and was almost off the back of Hartley. Play comes to the near side. Arnold trying to get out over the blue line. He does, and it's sent into the offensive zone. And Colquhoun's going to cover that up with McCary coming in. 3:25 left to go here in the third period, and a 1-0 lead for Hanover on a Sam Barrett rush.
Face off in the Essex zone. It's to the left of Brogan Calhoun, near side. Maloney going to get to the face-off, try to win it back here.
To the near boards, Duggan able to flip it in, and again Colquhoun will be forced to scoop it up. Game 3 of this series will revert back to Hanover, 7 o'clock Wednesday night from the P&H Center. CKNX will be there with you for that one as well as we continue our Schmalz Cup Finals coverage. Face off to the near side. Hanover trying to win it back. They'll keep it in deep. Maloney racing for it. Trying to get there. Pinned along the end boards by Claridge. Falls to the ice. Galbraith looking for it. Piccolo will send it up on the right wing. And the 73s get center ice. That's as far as they go, though. Looking for another entry on the near side now. Flipped into the Hanover zone. Verbeek back to pick it up. He's going to be chased. Nice short pass. McIntosh up to Galbraith. Can't get it into the offensive end, though. And the 73s give it away. McIntosh coming in. Holds McIntosh. Trying to center the pass. Played nicely by number 14, Dunn, who was able to recover. Now we'll keep an eye on Colquhoun in the Essex net to see when he'll sprint to the bench. Play picked up by Colquhoun up ahead to McGilvery. 373s back. Here's Colquhoun coming in. Colquhoun doesn't take the shot. Backside pressure knocked the puck away from him. And now Essex will carry it up on the far side, being led by Broddick. He'll flip it into the Hanover end. Colquhoun's not looking to the bench yet. Down to 2:05 to go here in the third. McGilvery through the air. Smartly bounces over to the far boards. Here's Colquhoun. Keeps it out and bangs it down the ice. And now for sure, the Essex goaltender will look to sprint to the bench. Play comes to the near side, then quickly to the far side. It's into the Hanover zone. Off the glass. Puck comes to the near corner. Duggan trying to tie it up. Can't do it. Dembinski on it. Extra attacker coming on the ice for Essex. Thrown to the open side. Shield battling for it. Play goes down low. Dembinski. Duggan trying to get there. Puck rolling. Duggan will try to hold on to it. Picked up by McIntosh. That is off an Essex stick and out. 1:15 to play here. Icing is going to be called. No, they're saying it was tipped. Duggan's got to clear. Far side. Galutson from his knees can't clear. Puck to the far boards. Piccolo bumps it back to the D. Essex controls. There's a shot high. McIntosh will get there easily. Open net. Scores! 52.1 seconds. McIntosh from inside his own blue line all the way down the ice, Johnny K.
Mark McIntosh clutch in his own end, just turns around and rips the puck. Hits the center of the net. Through that last 30 seconds, all you can hear from the Barons bench, Steve, is box plus one. That was the game plan. They boxed them out. Calhoun from McIntosh from Malore puts it away here at 2-0. Still lots of time left, 52 seconds.
And the 73s will keep their net empty here. So they'll try to push right into the zone, but bumped back by the Barons. Keep them to the outside. Verbeek will race down low, keep it below the icing line there. 73s with numbers, though. Get it back. Shot off the stick of Barrett and out of play.
That's another block shot, and that's Sam Barrett. A lot of block shots here tonight. We mentioned Curtis Arnold, Sam Barrett. Their exits on the wall tonight, Steve, in my opinion, did a really good job. They didn't just shovel the puck. They got their head up, used the glass, or chipped it off the boards. Face off to the left of Hartley. We have 35 seconds left. Barons with a 2-goal lead.
Time winding down. Essex keeps it in. There's a shot off the paddle of Hartley. 24 seconds. They score! Tipped in. Near side. 23.2 seconds. And it will be number 24, Matthew Crawford. He'll pick up the goal for Essex. 2-1 with 23 seconds left in the period.
Yeah, the shot came from the point from 20-year-old Seth Martineau. It's Crawford with the deflection. He gets his 11th of the playoffs for the Tecumseh, Ontario native. Timeout called. We have a dandy here in Essex. Brady Anderson with the whiteboard. He's going to chalk it up. He's going to mention the box +1. Head coach Tony Porosky there. Boys, we have time. We just have to win the draw, get to the red line, dump it in, and get after it. There's still plenty of time here in Essex, Ontario, so don't tune out just quite yet, folks, listening in. Couple seconds left in the timeout, and some people filed out a little too early, Steve. We have ourselves a 23.2 second race to the finish. Danny Scott, Duggan, Galutzin, Kyle Maloney, and Mark McIntosh out for the Barons. Piccolo, the captain, going to win the draw or try to. Here we go, Steve.
Still not settled here in game number 2. Puck to center ice. McIntosh slides it into the Essex end. Galutzin in deep, trying to force a turnover. Maloney keeps it in Hanover possession on the far side. This should do it, folks. 5 seconds left. Puck into the Hanover zone, and that will do it. The Barons hold on to win it 2-1 and take a 2-0 series lead in the Schmalz Cup final. We're going to go straight into the Krabby Joe's post-game show. Our Listowel Honda hardest working player of the game. But goals tough to come by here this evening. But the Hanover Barons able to find one in the third. They get the empty netter and hold on for the 2-1 win. As we go to the hardest working player tonight, Johnny K.
You know what? I'm not sure if he hit the scoreboard tonight or not, but Kyle Maloney playing defensive hockey below the goal line, just worked hard. He was a big reason why the defense was tight, and in my opinion, he's the hardest working player again tonight.
All right, we'll go to the play of the game, brought to you by Dairy Queen and Listowel, and the play of the game tonight. What a move by Sam Barrett, number 18. The pass was stretched to him, still had to do some work.
Yeah, the puck was on the back end there. The defenseman for the Barons sees Barrett flying through. He's quick on his feet, gets the puck, splits the D, and with backside pressure, Steve, he's able to D. Calhoun, beat him 5-hole. That was the first goal and got the Barons going here.
Yeah, and then the empty netter by Mark McIntosh sealed the deal. Play of the game brought to you by Dairy Queen, and it sounded like this. Slides his way through and didn't get it deep, and the 73s are going to turn it the other way. Here comes the pass out in front. That hit a leg. Here's Danny Scott. He'll get it up the ice. Passes it ahead. Barrett busting through. Barrett in alone. Backhand. Oh, scores! Sam Barrett makes it 1-0. Backhanded through the 5-hole. Johnny K gave the lead. Now it shifts back to Hanover for Game 3, Wednesday, 7 o'clock. Job still not done.
Yeah, just another step in the right direction for the Hanover Barons. 2 games down, but this series is far from over. They have to regroup and get ready for Wednesday night at the P&H Center.
We'll be there with you. Game 3, 7 o'clock from Hanover, and all of the action right here on CKNX. Essex tonight, 2-1 win for the Barons over the 73s to take a 2-0 lead in the best-of-7 PJHL Schmalz Cup final. On behalf of Johnny K here at the rink, Miles back at our studios, I'm Steve Sabourin. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening, and we'll talk with you Wednesday.
At Van Allen Insurance, they do things differently. They know your name because they greet you on the street. They know your business because they're your customers too. For 35 years, Van Allen Insurance have been your friends and neighbors who also happen to provide you with top-rated farm, agricultural, personal, business, and commercial insurance. A locally run independent insurance brokerage. Visit their office or their website at vanallen.ca. See why they are the brokerage bringing community and coverage together.
Listowel Hearing Center offers so much more than you'd expect. Yes, they do supply hearing aids, but they also offer sleep molds, musicians molds, and work with WSIB claims. They even have custom industrial or hunting ear protection, amplifying the sound of animals, but with automatic noise suppression to protect against gun blasts and engine noise. Listowel Hearing Center. To book your earwax removal and a free hearing test, visit Listowel Hearing Center online at listowelhearing.com.
The Out-of-Town Scoreboard, brought to you by Stewart Financial Services in Wingham. Contact Jeff for objective advice regarding your savings, finances, and retirement needs.
The buzzer's the end of the game, not night. Join the rush to Krabby Joe's and Listowel for your post-game snacks. Appetizers are half off every night after 9 p.m. with a comfort food you've been waiting 3 periods for. Share some nachos and spinach dip, or dive into some loaded cheese fries. Plus, check out their daily specials from Tuesday to Thursday. Joe's has come a long way, but he's still crabby about perfection. Settle your post-game hunger at Krabby Joe's in Listowel. They'll see you there.
If your goal this year is to improve your financial health, see Jeff Bloomberg, financial advisor at Stewart Financial Services Wingham. If saving for and buying a home is in your future, they can set up a first-time homebuyer's savings account with $8,000 yearly contribution limit. Also, TFSAs, RESPs, RRSPs, RRIFs, and LIRAs. They can walk you through everything. Call 519-357-4554 for a no-cost consultation or evaluation. Mutual funds, exempt traded products, and exchange-traded funds are offered through Investia Financial Services, Inc.
This is OHA Hockey on CKNX. Brought to you by Cleaning Depot by PBJ. More than just cleaning supplies.
DQ something good today at Dairy Queen in Listowel. The Summer Blizzard menu is here, featuring the Campfire Classic S'mores and the new Mixing Bowl Mashup, packed with sweet surprises as Blizzards of the Month. Hungry for more? Try the Loaded Bacon Signature Snack Burger. It's bold, smoky, and full of flavor. And with Mother's Day around the corner, celebrate Mom with a DQ cake. Order online or pick one up in-store to make her day extra sweet. Dairy Queen, corner of Highway 23 and 86 in Listowel. Open 10 to 10 daily.
Always your go-to for office supplies, PBJ has all of your favorites, whether for work or for keeping the kids busy. Crayola fine point markers, Papermate gel pens and Post-it notes galore, dry erase markers, whiteout tap, and bright colored paper, they've got it all. And to keep your business looking great on the road, treat your fleet to a wash with the Cleaning Depot's vehicle wash and brush. For cleaning and office supplies, visit the Cleaning Depot by PBJ in Walkerton and Listowel.
You've been listening to OHA Hockey on CKNX. Brought to you by Cleaning Depot by PBJ. More than just cleaning supplies. Join us every Friday night for exciting local junior hockey.